Hello, everyone, and welcome to our once weekly show. My name is Michelle Marie, and I am both a Vedic and Western astrologer, as well as a tarot and oracle card reader. And I am so excited to have the beautiful Shari from Voices from the Swamp on my show
Oh, thank
today.
you.
I am so excited. Yes, I
I
love
feel like
watching
a
her
wet
read.
mop next to
Uh,
you.
well, it was 97 degrees yesterday here, and it's almost 90 degrees today. So
Yeah, it's been
I've
in the
been
upper
taking a lot of
90s here.
yeah, with the humidity too, and which is not normal for Washington State. It feels like Louisiana in here. So it's like,
Yeah, I can imagine because we've had high temperatures, rain off and on for days, high humidity. It's like you go
oh,
outside, it's like, I can't breathe. It's
oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, we were also talking a little bit before the show, guys. Just to let everyone know, YouTube is going through some weird stuff. Like I tried to upload a short this morning, I couldn't add a description or anything because it was like offline. And then I tried again this afternoon. And then I was watching other readers today, and they were having issues too. And Sherry said there were some issues earlier with Mel and Arthur's channel
yeah,
as well.
yeah, that was last night. And I couldn't
Yeah,
load my short today either.
yeah. So
That
we're all having
my date
problems.
information, I wasn't able to get it to load.
Okay. So if
Yeah.
for any reason we're offline or anything like that, I will write your name and your question down. And I will either get to you next week or I'll just pop in for a quick Zoom and do your question then. Okay. So we really appreciate your patience as we deal with any technical difficulties coming our way. So thank
We're
you.
doing our best, doing our
Yes.
best.
So for many of you already know the lovely Sherry, but for those who don't, would you like to talk a little bit about who you are and what you offer?
Well, I am a psychic and beginning medium that just started kind of coming to me. Um, I've been reading cards now for about 3 years, and so I'm still learning a lot. Um, I feel very fortunate. I have made friends with several very knowledgeable card readers who've been doing it like their whole lifetime, that I can
Mhm,
go call or hang out with for a while and ask questions and whatnot, and
mhm.
don't get tired of me. So, and I like being able to help people find answers that they're looking for. It just when I first started doing this, it just felt like coming home. It was like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. It just clicked. Out of all the things I've done in my life, trying to figure out what am I supposed to do with myself, when I did this, it just all the wheels fell on the cog, and it was like, okay, now I get it. That's why nothing else seemed to fit. So I'm
It's
down here in the
awesome when
swamp.
we find our modality. I love it. What was your
Yeah.
first deck?
The first deck I got was called Everyday Tarot, and Angela from Cartomancy Mesquite, she's the one that sent it to me. I had finally got the nerve to chat in the chat rooms. I'd been watching for several months, several shows, and when I finally started chatting, all these people were like, "Well, it took you long enough to say something." I was like, "Well, how did you know I was here?" And somebody said, "We're all psychics. Don't you realize?" Of course, we knew you were there. But Angela started in on me with, you're psychic, right? And I was still in the denial phase at that point, going, yeah,
Yeah.
no, not really. She's like, yeah, no, really. And then she
Yeah.
started in, you're a reader, right? You're supposed to be reading cards. And I'm like, I've never had a deck of tarot cards. I don't know anything about tarot cards. She said, give me your address. And she sent me 2 decks of cards to
Wow.
learn with.
You
And
know you're the real deal when someone buys you your first deck because they see it in you. It's kind of like comedians. They're
yeah,
told by everyone in their environment that they're funny, and so they eventually start to do it for a living and get out on stage in front of other people. But their whole childhood was built around entertaining their family members or their mom or something like that. So,
yeah, making the bullies laugh so they didn't get beat up.
yep, yep. We just saw them coming.
That's it.
We got yeah.
Yeah, so I just and people started reaching out, and as I got to know folks and just asking questions, and how do you do this? How do you do that? And just started learning, and I'm still learning. So
Yep. That's
I
what we're
do
here to do.
private readings. If people want personal private readings, I do that. You can reach me via swampvoices@gmail.com. I created a new email just for readings and stuff. And so that's what you'll find on my channel if you go to my channel, Voices from the Swamp. So since I
Great.
live in the swamp and I hear voices, I figured that kind of fit for the
That's
name.
great. I love it. Yeah. Oh
It
my
just kind of
goodness.
rolled right into that. I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and I've spent more
Yeah.
than one summer in Louisiana, so my empathy is with you right there. So it's this time of year, man. Oh my goodness. Oh,
Yeah, this is rough this time of year.
it is.
Um,
My hair
waiting
changes
for the
texture in Louisiana. I get curly hair, especially if it's shorter. So, yeah,
oh yeah, it takes effort to make it this straight.
it really does. Yeah. All right. So
But
Erin is here. Thank you for joining us, Erin. I just want to say hi to some people in the chat. Jen is here. It's lovely to see you, Jen. And Rose Blue is out doing some yard work. Good to see you. Amanda, Tropical Empress, is here. Welcome, beautiful soul. Right back
got to
at
get her
you.
on too.
Oh,
So
and yes, for sure. And the burn pile can wait. Awesome. Hi, Rose Blue. Good to see you, sweetie. Oh, Maureen is here. Good to see you, Maureen.
hey, Marina.
Maureen Domico. That kind of sounds like a oh, it's very. I know one of the gals that I follow in a writing group. Her husband wrote the Godfather series, and you kind of like you sound like a mob wife name. It's just a really cool name,
I was going to say
Maureen
it sounds very
D'Amico.
Italian.
It does,
Yeah,
yeah.
sounds
I think
very
Maureen
Italian.
means was it like dark one or something like that. It's a really pretty name. One of my best friends in college was named Maureen. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Jeff. Oof, that's going around. Good to see you,
What?
buddy. Marijana, good to see you. Nancy, welcome, welcome. Love your angel. Amber, it's lovely to see you. Jackies are here. Good to see you, Jackies. Thanks for joining us, honey.
Jackie.
Miss Susan is here. It's good to see you, Miss Susan. If we're having trouble picking up on some of the comments, YouTube's being weird. Okay. So if worse comes to worse and we get cut off of YouTube for any reason, I'm just going to put my Facebook link in here and my Twitch link, and you guys can join us on those channels too. I just figured that. Good to see you.
I got to get with you about the Twitch.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
been thinking about maybe doing something over there as well.
Well, and then this is Lady Demonk from Twitter. So we're on Twitter as well. So yeah. Yeah. So I can teach you how to do that sometime. It's a lot of fun. And then, I'm sorry about the bad vibes, Jeff. Sending you lots of love there. Jessica, good to see you, sweetie. And Christine is here. It's lovely to see you. SCR, Dakar Brown, cool name. Good to see you. Yes, we never stop learning. People are just agreeing with you in the chat, Shari. And I went ahead and put her email in. So it's right here. It's swampvoices@gmail.com. Okay. That's how you can reach and get you're very welcome. And then it says, Shari, where do you just subscribe to that monthly deck delivery?
That's through Hay House Publishing. It's called Oracle Deck Club, I think is what it's called. And it's like every 3 months you'll get a box, and it'll be 3 to 4 decks of cards. They most of the decks, when you get them anywhere from a week to a month before they publish and go out for everybody. So you get them early, and which is nice because you kind of have a chance to look through them and kind of get a feel for them before everybody starts talking about them. And it's about, with shipping and handling and all of that stuff, it's like around $40 every 3 months. So
that's a good deal.
I figure that's a pretty good deal for when you can spend that much for one deck of cards, which I just did for these. So
It's a gorgeous deck too.
It is. It's I love
you guys are gonna love
anything that's got color saturation and really, really eye-catching artwork in it. I'm a sucker for it, and I go,
oh yeah,
I'm like, yep, that's for me.
So the lovely Rachel is here. Good to see you, Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
And Christine Thomas is having dinner while watching. Oh, her husband has connections. Love that. Love your
Just
sense
don't
of
take a
humor.
hit out on me and we're good.
Oh, now that's I love that. Son of a what? Great name. I can tell you're a funny guy. Karen
Oh,
Trout, nice.
Son of Watts started hanging out in my channel when I started doing the late night.
Oh, that's great. I love
And
that
he
name.
showed up and he's like, I don't know who you are, but I'm glad to see you back again. And he's like, all the time now. So,
oh, that's great. Well, welcome, son of a what? That's fantastic. And I love your puppy, Karen. That's really cute. Mary Spirit is here. Good to see you. I'm a Bernie Sanders fan too. I love your little thing there. That's great.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm a little younger. I'm in my 40s, and so we tend to we're feeling the burn down here. So, Mary Spirit, nice to see you. Vivi Annie, it is lovely to see you, Vivi Annie. And Rose Blue's commenting on the infrastructure. Yeah, we've got some issues there for sure. And yep, great place to start, Mary. Where do we subscribe for the cards? I went ahead and put all of the I put the links and the stuff that Shari said in the chat, so if you guys can look at that as well. Okay. So yeah, thank you.
Just go to hayhouse HAYHOUSE.com.
Yeah.
And everything. I get a lot of my cards now from them because they're always running sales where you can get decks for anywhere from 25% off to 75% off. Just depends. And they do the pocket oracles where they'll take like a regular size oracle deck, these big old giant cards, and they'll put them into a little bitty deck inside a tin so that they don't get messed up. And you can carry them around. Yeah,
I actually
I've got
like larger mint keys for that. Yeah.
Just don't look at my mess, but I got some that I got through the I got a couple of them, and I'm getting ready to order another one from a deck that I really like. This one is the Light Seers, and so it's like it comes with its own little book. You get the book too. It's just teeny tiny, and then the cards. I mean, the cards fit in your hands. They're so small.
Oh, they're great. I have a try. Yeah,
with the little tin, and then you get the little book that comes with them.
I love that deck. Where it is.
Comes with a little metal tin, and all right, scooch this. I don't need to see my unmade bed behind me. I overslept this morning, so it's like a disaster on the other side of the screen.
That's what screen.
And this is one of the pocket oracles I got. It's a little bit bigger, but not by much.
I love those are really great if you're traveling a lot too.
Yeah, it really comes in handy. That's a little book. And then, these are the cards. They're not that big. They're a lot easier to shuffle, I tell you. And they just started doing these. They don't have a whole lot yet.
Yeah.
That are the pocket oracles, but man, they're great. You can throw them in your purse or your knapsack or whatever, and you don't have to worry about them getting messed up or torn or anything like that. So
that's fantastic.
That was a really good idea they came out with that one.
I used to use mint tins, so like the old mint tins, like a big one, and I would put them in there. So yeah,
you can now buy the empty tins on Amazon.
Oh, no way. I didn't even think about that.
And you can buy the tins, or you can get like the plastic boxes that'll snap, that'll fit from regular playing size cards up to bigger. They have all different sizes.
Yeah. Well, Jonathan lost his house to criminality, so we're actually looking at living abroad. And we were talking about how we would get all of basically take everything that I do for a living, including my cards, and move them. And I was like, we got to find tins for my cards because you can't just like throw your luggage around. They just get destroyed. So,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
even if you pre-ship them somewhere, you're talking overseas shipment. Yeah, you could get some damage going there.
Oh, and Scott is with us. It's so good to see you, honey.
Hi, Scott.
And then Amanda says she has a smaller deck tin. That's the same one I have. I love it. It fits right in my hands. And then
it's perfect.
There you go. To keep them in your purse. And then, okay, Alsorak, I'll go ahead and get you in. Oh, Altoids tins. Yeah, yeah. You can get like they're not as the problem I had with Altoids was they weren't tall enough. So I could do
Yeah,
like
they're
a
usually
deck,
not thick enough. Yeah.
so I had to use two of them. So
But
yeah.
you can go on Amazon because I've ordered a couple of the plastic ones in the past.
Hmm.
And you can get them different dimensions, different depths, different lengths, widths, so if you know the size of your cards
Yeah.
and how deep they are when you put them in a stack with or without the book, whatever, you can order, just a plastic snap box.
Yeah, I
Um,
actually never have you seen these cell phone holders in some of the classrooms at the school? I know you work for
mhm.
the school district. Yeah, I have one of those, but it's like adjustable and I use it for all my cards when I'm doing readings, and it really helps too. And they
Yeah,
collapse and they fit together with rubber bands so you can travel with them. So that's another thing that I use
I've
too.
got
But
two of them,
yeah.
and they're full, and then cards stacked on shelves around them.
Oh wow.
Every time I get a deck of cards, my guys just look at me and go, "Really? Another deck?"
I do the same thing.
I'm like, "It's an obsession, okay? Just leave me alone."
So
Said I
Susan,
used to buy books, and y'all always griped about the books. Well, I downsized. Now I buy cards.
there you go. So Susan says that's the
So,
exact screen of modesty Daniel and I brought on our first singing out of town before we were dating. Our room had two queen beds and he set up the screen between us. It was charming. Oh my goodness.
oh, the one behind me,
Yeah.
that was a Christmas gift from Arthur. Ease Your Mind. He
Yeah.
was
Oh, that's
always
so
fussing
sweet.
at me about, you need to get a screen behind you and block out your bed and stuff. And I'm like, well, I try to make sure the bed's made. He said, that's not the point.
Yeah.
He said, you want to look professional. You need to block out the personal stuff. And I'm like, okay. And so I was like, been window shopping for screens. And he called me up like about 2 weeks before Christmas. He says, did you buy a screen yet? I said, no, I've got several. I'm looking at it. He says, don't worry about it. He says, you got one to be delivered on Friday. I'm like,
Wow.
what? He says, I just went ahead and bought you one.
That was
I
so
got
sweet
tired
of
of waiting.
you. I love Arthur. He's just the
Oh, I
sweetest
know. I do
guy.
too.
Oh, I love reading with him too. He's so funny and
He
so
is
intelligent.
so
Oh my
funny.
gosh.
I got to meet him when I went to LA, and he is just as sweet and just as funny in person as he is online. And it's nice because I got to hug his neck too. So,
And it's hard to find
um,
someone that successful and intelligent that's also that humble. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it's really
yeah.
cool.
And he
And
can do some name dropping in Hollywood. Let me tell
oh,
you,
it's crazy. I know.
he
That's why I
has
said, "How
worked
can you
with
be
some
humble?"
people.
I
Yeah.
know. So, Rachel, actually, I'm looking at Asia, but it's open. So, and then
Yeah.
everyone's saying hi. So I do want to go into. Oh my gosh, someone's here from the UK. Welcome, welcome. Jackie's from the UK too.
Awesome.
So yeah, that's great. And oh, Al Sorek loves the accents. Okay, thank you. We apparently have them over here. She's got the southern one. I've
Yeah.
got the
I'm
Centralite
sure
one.
mine probably stands out compared.
And Christine is like, I have that addiction too. Yeah, you're not alone, Christine.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, your
Yeah.
hair is gorgeous. I love that, Christine. That is a really nice color.
Yeah.
Kaylee is here. Good to see you, sweetie. Free
Hi,
shipping
Kaylee.
Daniels. Oh my gosh, so
I
many of you
love
guys
that
are
name.
tuning in. I love that name too. It's great.
That is just that is the cool. I always think of some Arabic girl
Like that
with
belly
the
dancing.
nails. Yeah. Doing the belly dance.
Yeah, I think Free Shifting Bells was a belly dancer. I talked to her in the chat a little bit. So
Oh, wow.
yeah. And then, okay, Joyful Journey. I went ahead and got your. Okay, so we're getting a lot of questions in. So I'm going to go ahead and do the astrological transits really quick, and then we're going to go into your
Okay.
questions. If there's anything, oh, from Indonesia, good to see you, Jen. Welcome. I'm actually
Wow.
looking
Hi,
at in
Jen.
that area
Welcome.
as a potential jump. That's fantastic. It's a beautiful, beautiful place to live.
Never been
Okay.
there. Yeah.
Oh,
I've never been anywhere, but
I've been all over Asia. But no, I've never been to Europe. So yeah,
I went to Mexico once, twice.
very
Twice. I've
cool.
been there twice.
Nice.
But it was like just over the border and then back. Hey, Heather.
Good to see you,
There's my
sweetie. Oh,
sister from another mister.
yeah, I love
Yeah.
Heather. And Kelly's here. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get into some of the astrology, and then we're going to go right into your questions. So go ahead and put your questions in just to let you guys know how the show works. We get to tippers first, and then we do what's called lightning round at the end. Okay, so but you have to be in the audience for lightning round, okay, so that when we do the questions, you're there. So let me go ahead and put all of this stuff down here for the people coming in. All right. So let me go to the lovely astrology transits you have going on. Well, I tried to upload this short this morning, guys, and it didn't work. So, but Mars is in Taurus. He's going to be there until August 26th. This really focuses on stability and material gains. So individually, this placement is going to support a lot of determination in our financial pursuits, but there can be a little stubbornness, okay? Take care to balance persistence with flexibility. And collectively, there is a push for economic security, which we all need right now, which may ignite fierce competition because there is an imbalance going on. Luckily, Shani is in sidereal Aquarius, and he's on our team. And I looked at the goddess that's really, really deep into the Democratic running chart, and it's Kali. So it's looking really good. So that's good.
Good.
So to ease any potential tensions, we can participate in calming activities like gardening if it's not too hot in your area, or gentle yoga. Wearing red coral can amplify Mars's positive qualities, and regular meditation can manage any of the bullheaded energy from Taurus. So just use this time to endure some, build some enduring foundations, both materially and in your relationships, with steady effort and patience. The second thing we have going on is we've got the South Node, also known as Ketu, at 16 degrees and 16 degrees and 26 of sidereal Virgo, aspecting Jupiter, and he is at 16 degrees and 26 in sidereal Taurus. So this brings us a mix of spiritual introspection and practical expansion. Individually, this aspect drives you toward deep self-analysis, to refine your beliefs and expand wisdom, but beware of over-criticism as this occurs. Collectively, it can encourage a shift towards sustainable growth, but it can initially cause some disorientation as old structures are questioned, and we need those old structures questioned. We need to flush the toilet here. So to balance these energies, practice grounding techniques such as walking out in nature. That's what my husband and I like to do. You can also wear a yellow sapphire to enhance Jupiter's beneficial effects. And regular meditation and yoga will help integrate Ketu's spiritual insights. And you can use this period for personal and collective transformations. I'm going to give you two mantras for this. This one's for Ketu. You can do it on Tuesdays. It's very simple. Om Ketuve Namaha. And that can be done 108 times via a mala. Another one is Om Brihaspataye Namaha. And that one is for Jupiter, and he's also known as Brihaspati, or the Guru. He's the spiritual teacher for all of us. Okay, so those are just a few things going on, and then we have the Sun going into Cancer, which is going to bring us further into Cancer season and bring out a little bit of moodiness that we need to be aware of. But I will get more into that in my shorts, because I cover that every single time I see a transit coming up. So if you follow me on YouTube, you can stay abreast. I'm also putting it up on Facebook.
TikTok.
And TikTok and Twitter and Pinterest. So I'm all over the place. So yeah.
I've branched out to TikTok. That's as far as I've gone so far.
You're doing great. You're having a lot of
fun. And Facebook. So it's wild, because I've been doing TikTok for like maybe 4 months. And I have more followers there than I do on YouTube. I've been doing YouTube for 3 years.
Yeah, I got more on TikTok in just a couple of weeks than I got on YouTube. But YouTube, I do tend to get people that come from TikTok here, because this is the longer form. Yeah. And so I tell people on TikTok, come over here and we can actually spend an hour together instead of 5 seconds.
5 seconds, yeah.
Yeah. So is there anything you wanted to address with the collective, or do you want to go into readings? What are you feeling, Shari?
No, we can just go into readings. I'm good.
Okay, sounds good. All right. So I'm going to let everybody know who is in order. We have Erin Whitefoot, then we have Susan Sharonis, then we have Lightfoot, then we have Nancy, then we have Rachel Rose, then we have Kaylee. And then we'll get to lightning round after that if we have time, okay? All right. So let's go to Erin. If you have a very specific question, Erin, go ahead and ask that now. And everyone's congratulating Kaylee. Congratulations, whatever that is. Let me see if I can find it. Starting to do my Reiki. Okay, great. Okay. We'll go ahead and get that in the queue. All right. General reading from your guides. Got it, Erin. Thank you so much. All right. Just give me a couple of seconds to pull cards. And if you guys see this channel down here, it's Erin Whitefoot. If you are really into the outdoors, hunting, fishing, anything involving adventure, this is your guy. He does the most amazing things on his channel. Last time I checked, he had almost 20,000 subscribers. So that just tells you how entertaining he is. Yeah. And he's from the Yakima tribe, and he is a professional, fisher and hunter. He makes his own jerky. He's also an inspirational, he gives inspirational speeches to people that are
I used to
struggling.
go hunting with my grandfather when I was a little girl.
Oh, wow.
When I was like 4, 5, 6, I had my own rifle and everything that I was responsible for. I never shot anything because I couldn't bring myself to pull the trigger.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, I'm not going to shoot that.
I found out I was really, really good with a gun when I was young, and I was pretty good at fishing too. Now I'm a vegetarian yogi, so, but I respect all fighting.
Yeah, if it's necessary, I can go out and hunt my food and clean it and cook it and the whole bit. I know how to do all of that. It's been a long time.
Yeah, I haven't had to do it, no.
Yeah.
But I greatly respect the amount of work that goes into that. It's a lot. It really is. So, okay. Erin, the first card I got for you is Pisces. Okay, Pisces rules our spirituality. It's the last sign of the zodiac. It's kind of our last ticket out of here. That's why a lot of Pisceans tend to be very, very highly spiritual, and it's hard for them to connect to Earth, okay, because their head's somewhere else. Someone who has very strong energy like this in their chart would be like Val from Dragon like Crystal. She's very Sattvic energy in and around her. So when I get this card, what it tells me is you're doing some spiritual work with your guides. And I know that you do this on the daily. I also noticed the fish there. So I'm not going to, there's also the fish going in 2 different directions. And that's what you do for a living. So I'm not going to avoid that. Then I got some cups. Okay. So they're going to be helping you with some emotional stuff. The first one I got was the 5 of Cups. And this is the Don't Be in Denial card. And if you look at it right side up, okay, you can see he's huddled. He's kind of clutching onto his cloak. And then back here in the background, there's someone like drowning. You see that? And then he's got 3 cups, and one has got poison coming out of it, and the other 2 have wine. So when I picked this up, I got do not be in denial from the guides. There's some past issues and emotional baggage that's making it difficult to enjoy the present right now. Every phase in your life will have its drawbacks, its sorrows, but dwelling on problems of the past is only going to hinder progress. If you struggle to separate today's challenges from those of the past, seeking the guidance of a professional can help provide some perspective. And the worst thing you can do is let those older problems overshadow your present. No matter how much support you're getting right now, it's really hard to withstand that kind of pressure. So if address any severe issues that are currently going on in your life right now, or they will resurface in different forms later. If you're involved in a situation where someone is crossing your boundaries and not respecting you, just walk away from them. Okay, because that's what I kind of get from this card. So denying your disappointment, it's only going to fool you temporarily. So just face your pain head on. It will pass, and don't hesitate to seek help when needed. Okay, that's the main thing that I got there, because there might be something that's being missed there. The way out of this is you are an empath. Okay, I got the Queen of Cups upright. So trust your intuition. See how she's gazing into that cup? This is an empathic person, very nurturing, caring, clairvoyant. Show your caring side and care for yourself as deeply as you care for others. Okay. Embrace your sensitivity, embrace your emotions. Despite the discomfort that I'm feeling from a past event, when you talk about your problems, you can help those who are burdened by life's challenges. That's why I think that you're an inspirational speaker. People come to see you because they can see that not only are you living a full, brave, and fearless life, but that you are able to be introspective and learn from that as well. And they can see your kindness, your compassion, and your care because you're on that spiritual path. So expressing your deepest feelings can be really challenging, especially when you fear hurting someone that you deeply care about. But your psychic abilities are really heightened right now, Aaron. So this is going to enable you to find solutions to your problems more now than ever. And I think this might be the sun moving into Cancer that might be pumping this up a little bit for you too. So if you don't feel like this is you, this is definitely in your environment. Okay, Aaron. So this is a very sensitive, dreamlike person. They hold very powerful lessons within them. They're very devoted to faith and forgiveness. And so just be a supportive shoulder for those, especially someone close in your environment to lean on, but also respect their boundaries and their need to grow on their own. And helping means offering that hand out, but not a hand. Sorry, it's offering a hand, not a hand out, is what they're saying. So helping someone without doing the homework for them is what they're saying. And just remember to listen attentively, because that's really the best thing that we can do as empaths to help people on their journey. And then the affirmation card I got for you is process. I invent creative solutions to every problem. Think of yourself as an inventor or an artist. And I know you're really inventive because you're like making tools out of stuff you find outside on your channel. So both confront the unknown with faith and their creative abilities to guide them to truth and beauty. Make your life a work of art and your art a work of life. So they're asking you to kind of step into the more intuitive, empathic side of yourself to balance out that more adventurous, masculine, let's get this stuff done. Let's be the champion of the day. So it sounds like they're balancing out your divine feminine a little bit. We have both of them, all of us do. I hope that was helpful. I am excited to see what Shari has for you. And thanks for joining us, Aaron. And Phyllis, you can go ahead and ask it in the chat. It's right down here.
I was typing away. I started out with, I pulled the King of Cups for you. And so the King of Cups stands for emotional maturity. Somebody that's compassionate, somebody that has a lot of wisdom. So a lot of what you do is you're sharing that wisdom with others that would be interested in hunting and fishing and hiking and all that good stuff. I used to do all that stuff before I got disabled, and now I can't. So when I do watch somebody else do it, I kind of live through them vicariously that way. I was like, oh, I remember doing that. Yeah. And now my idea of vacation is air conditioning and 24/7 room service. So, you change. But I really see you as somebody that's very mature, that's very compassionate. You not only share what you love to do, but you do it in a very compassionate and loving way. It's not just the hunt or the kill for you. It's a way of life, a means of survival. And that's how people should approach. This is Shari speaking here, my opinion. That's how people should approach when it comes to hunting and fishing and stuff. That's for a survival need. That's so that you have food to eat. It's not so you can hang horns on the wall or whatever. And then I pulled from the Queen of the Moon Oracle, I pulled for you the supermoon, which says attraction on it. And it talks about you can be magnetic to others and attract the good things in life. You can also repel what you no longer wish to attract. So be ready for that opportunity. Avoid extremes that might cause negative imbalance in your body or mind. Think of connections that are greater than yourself. People you meet, items that happen, things that come along. Because attraction isn't just about what we draw to us, what we accept, but it's also a form of discernment, of how we discern what's right for us and what's not. Because as it's drawn to us, then it gives us the opportunity to take a closer look and to really be able to delve into, is this something that's good for me, or is this going to be bad for me in the long run? And that's part of that King of Cups, that maturity that comes with it. Because as you mature and you learn discernment, then you learn what's worth attracting and what's worth pushing back away from you. So, and that's what I'm getting for you, that you've pretty much got that nailed, I think, at this point. Yeah.
Aaron says,
exactly.
yes, I travel around Washington State. I show all the hunting and fishing. It's on my YouTube, Facebook Hunters page. Beginning to end, the whole process. It's not a hobby, but a way of life. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
For sure. And Maureen says, the name Aaron means God's messenger. It's one of my favorite names. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So you've got an in with the mob wife. Oh, I love that. Okay. Oh, we hope that was helpful, Aaron. And we're sending you lots of love. And yeah, great channel, guys. He's definitely worth.
Yeah, I caught you. You mentioned it. You and Jonathan mentioned it a couple of weeks ago, I guess, when y'all were doing one of your first shows. And I went over and checked one out. I was like, oh, this is interesting. So
yeah. So he says,
I'm just so behind in watching things that if you get me for 10 minutes, you're doing good. So.
Okay. And then Susan says, thanks, y'all. I'll be taking notes here. And you're welcome, Aaron. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you too. And Viviani, thank you for sharing links. Okay. So let's see. And Shari, if you get a tip, let me know so I can put them in the main questions. Okay. All right.
If they want to tip me, they'd have to do it through my PayPal or my Venmo, because I don't have Super Chat right now. I'm still in YouTube jail.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I've got that, and I've got the links too, and then Viviani posted it as well.
Yeah.
So this is from Susan. Thanks, y'all. I decided New Mexico was too big a trip, but Amma will be in Chicago August 8th through 11th, and we can drive. I'm hoping we can do the full retreat with her. If it sounds like a trip we can manage, how can I maximize the benefit and maximize the troubles walking and such? I did talk to the venue. They have help for gimpy folks, so that's good. Oh, geez. Otherwise, anything that comes up regarding health or selling Mountain Grove, I'm always up for messages. Okay, so I did the one for Amma. Amma is the hugging saint. Have you heard of her, Shari?
That's a new one for me.
Okay, she is a hugging saint. She has a Vedic astrologer on her team, and she's kind of like her own guru, and she carries a lot of divine energy. Like, it's amazing. Like, you just get in her energy, and you can feel the divine, the feminine. It's pretty amazing. So, okay, Miss Susan, I'm going to put up a smaller question there. Okay, so we can see us. All right, so I absolutely do it. I got 10th house and I got Leo. Stand up like a lion is what I got when I got this. This is something that Swami Sivananda used to say to get his yogis to go. You know, you've got those 12 divisions or 11 divisions in Jupiter. That makes you a super spirit. Okay, this is meant for you. All right, so I got really, really great cards. This is going to help you with your career. This is going to help you with your life direction. Just being in and around her energy is going to be amazing for you. Okay, Susan? So do it. Okay. I got another card. Do it. I got the Wheel of Fortune. So take a chance. Rejoice, because these are good times that are coming your way. And don't chalk it up to mere coincidence. Whether you realize it or not, you have been preparing for a cycle of fortunate circumstances for quite some time. Good luck is a combination of skill, preparation, and opportunity. And that's exactly where you're going to find yourself between now and then. So your intuition is very finely tuned. It's guiding you in the right direction. Sudden opportunities are going to bring you success and rewards that you've been dreaming of. I feel like Alma's going to really add to your life during this trip. And this is going to bring out a lot of wonderful spiritual energy and encouragement for you. Don't hesitate. Seize the moment. Luck is on your side. They're saying that you are secretly and you're reaping the rewards of past good deeds for your positive actions, both in this lifetime and others. That's why your Jupiter is so strong. And people you've helped will be able to support you in return to make this happen. So a lot of the actions that you have done in the past may have been subtle, but they're going to bring a lot of positive, lucky energy to your life that's going to allow you to step into this. Fully support it, okay? Ask for help. There's going to be people there to help you, okay? Now, regarding your health, I did pull a card for that. And what I got overall was that there are some things that you're going to have to start over regarding that, okay? I got the death card. Death is a little scary, okay? Endings, whether they are planned or a surprise, are most often, they're accompanied by anxiety, unease, and more strongly with that denial or refusal to let go of something, There's something that needs to end to help with the health piece. Okay. So endings are always there. They always signify beginnings. Okay. This isn't an actual death card. It's a change card. Okay. So, it's urging you to kind of let go of a few things gracefully that you've been holding on to that are keeping you from your full health. Okay. Don't attach yourself and your emotions to the energy ending, because that could make things a little worse toward the end. Feel it, experience it, and then let it go. Be very honest with yourself as you go through some of these emotions that they're showing me. Instead of thinking, oh my gosh, I have to start all over. Oh no. Instead think, yay, I get to start all over. There's finally a window that's opening for me that is taking me in the right direction. Okay. This shift will really raise your energetic vibration, and it'll carry you through this time of change that I see coming.
Yeah.
So this is the end of a troublesome situation. See it that way, and see this as you finally moving through it. And the main message that I thought that you were going to get from your trip with Amma was, I am a soul. I am a universe breathing all other universes. I breathe in the realization that I'm not my name or what I do for a living. I am filled with the knowledge that I am a soul traveling onward. I breathe out the illusion of being separate from all there is. She's going to raise you up, girl. I am so excited for you.
Yeah.
I love Alma. So I'm excited to see what Shari has to say, but girl, those are great cards. Okay, I'm sending you lots of love.
My cards say a lot of what your cards say, but in reverse. Mine started out kind of on the lookout and then ended good, so that's a good thing. We started out with the Six of Cups reversed. And with this deck, it talks about when it's reversed for these, you're looking at things that you're having difficulty letting go of. So there are things that you need to turn loose of and let it go and just, get that out of your life, get that away from you. And then from there, I got the Four of Swords reversed. I normally don't pull reversals because I turn all my cards one direction. So if it comes out reversed, then I know Spirit has a definite message for you. And here is another, with this particular deck, it's talking about, it suggests a potential for resistance or difficulty in taking the necessary time for rest and relaxation. So part of this trip that you're getting ready to take, it's very important that you carve out time every day to rest and relax. Hang on, I got to pause a second.
That's in the reading too. So whenever Rosie
obviously my brother and them must just be getting home because his dog starts barking and then my dog starts barking, and then I ended up with the Lovers. And in this respect, this is talking about building that personal relationship, whether if it's with another person or with a spiritual being. I mean, with here, you're looking at, it's an angel that's overlooking them and helping them, guide them. And so it's this is a brand new deck. So I'm like, this is the first time I'm using it. In the book, it was talking about, with this card in particular, this is just telling you that things are going to be at a go, that the steps you're taking are leading you in the right direction. You got to let go of the stuff that you need to let go of so that the trip ends successfully. That's what this is telling you. And then I pulled from the Oracle, I pulled Moonlight, with the fairy there dancing in the moonlight. And so part of what you're learning and what you're drawing in and developing that relationship with, the moonlight is what's going to help you with that. So take time out for that rest and relaxation when you can go sit under the moon at night, just to have some of that, to draw down some of that divine feminine power, because that's where we get it from, is the moon. And so I feel like this is going to be a very successful trip for you. It's going to accomplish what you're wanting to accomplish. That's what I got for you.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Shari. And we hope that was
You're
helpful,
welcome.
Susan. And Oh, Christine says her dogs are barking at your dogs. I love it when that happens. Rosie will do that too. That's why I
Well,
have pets.
my brother's dog is a big lab mix mutt, and when he barks, it's the deep woof woof woof, and then it
That's the dog
makes
you want in your house when like someone knocks on the door. That's
yeah.
yeah.
Except he barks, scares them, and then he runs in the back and dives under the bed. He's the
Yes.
biggest chicken I've ever seen.
That's the
Now the
great thing
little
about
dog is the one that's and he will chase your butt down the street. He don't care how big
Yep.
you are.
Nope. That's the thing about Chihuahuas.
Or how blind he is. He's
Yep.
going for it.
Yep. Yeah, I used
He's
to
my
rescue.
he's my old man barking, get off my lawn. That's what I call him.
I love that. That's so cute.
Because he's 15 years old, you know, and so dorkies aren't supposed to live that long. So he's definitely hanging around for the
That's
count.
fabulous. So
And a dorkie is a dachshund and a Yorkie mix.
A dorky. Got it.
And they call them dorkies. Yeah. So
I love that. That's so cute. So Amanda asked, what deck is the one with the angel and the couple?
oh, this is my brand new deck I just got. It's called the Sanctus Concordia Tarot Deck. And you can get it from tarotofwonders.com. I think it's .com. That's the website it's on. It's expensive. I've been saving up for this deck for quite a while now. But there's another reader that I watch a lot, and she always uses this deck for her tarot cards. And I just fell in love with the deck. The artwork is just phenomenal. Everything is very color saturated, very very deep, very dramatic with the pictures and the colors and everything. And I'm a big sucker for that. I like pictures that really jump out at me. That's what gets my attention. And I finally saved up enough to get it. And it came in this afternoon. It was here when I got home. I went, hey, my deck's here.
So it's just for you guys. It's brand new. Just opened it. That's fantastic. And
yeah.
So, Susan says, thank y'all so much. And so excited. I have great feelings about this trip. That's fantastic. Yeah, listen to your intuition for sure.
Did you see Viviani made okay, you got her.
Yeah.
Viviani made a donation to me.
Oh, I will go ahead and put that. Okay, Jonathan, go ahead and put Viviani in. Thank you so much.
Yeah, she at 6:39 my time, so that would be what, 4:39 your time.
Okay.
For the timestamp if you're looking for.
Okay, Jonathan got her. All right. Great.
Okay,
Thank
good.
you so much. And then we got you in too. And then Maureen, yeah, I had Chihuahuas. I call them my little Mexican pit bulls. People, they underestimate these babies. I rescue them because people think, oh, I'm just gonna have a little purse dog. And it's like, no, that's like razor blades on every paw and mouth.
Yeah. My mother had a little teacup poodle who would chase the neighbors' Dobermans down the street. They were terrified of that dog.
It's so Chihuahua.
He was smaller than their mouth. I mean, one gulp and they would have had him completely. He would chase those damn dogs down the street, barking at them, and they would run, tail between their legs, crying and yelping like the hounds of hell.
I love their personalities so much. I just think it's the best thing ever.
He would not go outside if it was raining unless we put the raincoat on him.
Yep.
My mother, somebody had given my mom a little raincoat and a rain hat for him. And because he wouldn't go out to the bathroom when it rained. And when you live in Florida, it rains a lot. And he would go get his raincoat and bring it to us like, okay, I got to go out. It's time to put this on.
That is adorable.
He'd bring the coat to us. So yeah, he was a trip.
Well, you figure if you're that small, you better have some brains, and they know what they're doing. So.
Oh yeah.
When Beverly Hills Chihuahua came out, there was a huge influx at the shelter, and that's when I just started getting Chihuahuas wholesale. I don't have any kids, and I think they're adorable, so I just.
But I always had big dogs more than I did little dogs. We always had like German Shepherds and Golden Retrievers and Labradors and stuff like that. Probably because I'd spent a lot of time living in the country and city, both. And so big dogs just seemed to fit better. But until my mom got her little teacup named, she called him Peanut.
Oh, that was actually Fox's father, my guy who lived to be almost 16. So, and he was a little applehead too. So, oh,
Tropical Empress said, that's going to be the deck. I will say Shari made me do it.
let me see. There we go. And then, yeah, she said, I never wanted a Chihuahua. My brother called me one day and asked if I wanted a dog. That's how I got mine. Now it's the only breed I want. I know. It's like they'll grow on you. They really will.
Yeah, they do.
So,
We had a neighbor that had a Chihuahua, and he would always come over to come play with our dogs. So
aw,
they would have play dates in the house, you know.
that's adorable. Okay, so just to let everybody know, we have Lightfoot, and then Nancy, and then Rachel Rose, and then Kaylee, and then Viviani. And thank you so much, Viviani, for tipping. That was very sweet of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all of you, that was very, very sweet of you. So, Lightfoot, should I quit my job? Okay, you need to communicate a little bit more at work and start making some contacts before even thinking about doing anything right now, because there's some stuff that needs to come to the surface regarding your third house. The third house is ruled by Mercury. It is a traditionally, it's it's asking you to think about this in an extremely mental way. Okay, so these are the two main tarot cards I got for you. Okay, Lightfoot, I got the Eight of Swords reversed. Okay, indecision can lead to problems in your situation. So avoid of negative, emotionally toxic people during this time, as their influence will lead to improper or foolish decision making. Um, these are people in and around your environment. Don't let your don't let your how do I say this? Your sense of responsibility to them blind you to the truth. Okay. Indecision can leave you feeling kind of helpless, alone, confused, and choosing the lesser of two evils will not solve your difficulties. So I'm getting that you are being tested in a time of kind of these toxic personalities. Okay. There are moments where it's best not to decide. And that's kind of what I'm getting. However, if making a decision is crucial, you need to gather as much information as possible, because I got that third house. Seek guidance, whether it's your own subconscious or, you're asking us. Okay. Your inner voice is going to speak to you through dreams on this as well. And prayer and meditation is going to help you channel the truth if you're able to do those and connect. Okay. You may feel really frustrated by this lack of action right now because you just want to freaking leave. That's what they're saying. But if you embrace a really Zen-like approach and open your mind to what the universe has in store for you, the answer will come. Okay, Lightfoot, slow down and remember that the current phase that you're in is temporary. It will pass. So spend time in introspection, communicate, research. Don't act immediately, even though you want to, because you feel a little trapped, a little anxious. I'm picking up on all of those things. The reason I say that is you're a little out of balance right now. I got the Queen of Swords reversed. Okay. Be strong, but not overpowering in setting those boundaries. The inability to assert your independence is currently hindering your progress. Okay. If you can't function effectively on your own, you're just wasting your valuable time. So you are moving toward independence, but you're not feeling it. So make sure that if you are looking for another job, that your involvement is driven by the right reasons. Otherwise, you're going to step into another toxic environment. Okay. Fear of losing your independence may make you hesitant to invest initially emotionally when it comes to a lot of projects they're showing me. So avoid getting serious with someone who doesn't share your interest in getting the project done, and who's not like looking at it. They're showing me that they're more reactive and less intellectual. Okay. So just be cautious and don't mask your emotions with coldness, because it can hinder you rather than help your situation. Okay. You want to get this girl upright. Upright. She is speaking her truth. She is assertive. She's living her best life. Okay. She's not afraid of challenges. She can see through weakness and sentimentality, and she's not a pushover. Okay. So be overpowering, but not too much, is what they're saying with those boundaries. They're actually carrying you through a time of transformation, because my shadow deck called out to me and I got transformation. After the rain comes the sun. That's why I said this is temporary. After the caterpillar, in this case, comes the butterfly. So the situation you're in now is going to be a catalyst for major transformation. That's why you're undergoing it. So if you find yourself questioning or having regrets about even having this job, don't, because it's going to be kind of like a sounding board for you to jump from. So nothing happens that's not supposed to. Many of your situations are not anything to be upset about, is what they're showing me. They're creating a path toward your own wholeness. So just you're being given an opportunity to grow and learn, okay? And growing and learning very rarely come when everything is status quo. That's why you're feeling a little bit of a shakeup right now, and that's the way it should be to create this energy. So be thankful for the wonderful opportunity to transform and heal to a better, higher vibration. That's what they're having you do, and they're doing it through these personality types in and around you. I'm going to see if you've written anything. Okay, I keep getting told I need to back off helping others and take care of myself. The only place I care for others is at my job. Okay, well, you might be doing a little too much there too. Okay, the reason I say that is I struggle with this as well. When I was in college, uh, my nickname was Mom. The reason my nickname was Mom was I didn't drink, I didn't smoke, I had to get straight A's to keep my scholarships, and I was the person who took responsibility for everybody else. And what that did was it caused my grades to go down my first semester because there were so many drunk kids relying on me, who was also a kid. I was 18 years old, to take care of them because of their party craziness. So the way I look at that is you need to let people carry their own baggage, do their own thing, and set some appropriate boundaries. And that also comes at work, because if you're a caring person, especially if you've been around narcissistic personalities and toxic people, they are going to take advantage of that and make you do their work for them. This has happened to me in several positions, whether I was just staying in a dorm, or I was working in an office, or I was part of a team trying to get a project or a goal done, or I was in an athletic competition. It's happened every time. So you have to set boundaries in every single environment you create. Otherwise, those people are just going to drain the living crud out of you. Okay. So that's the thing. And if you move into another position, you're going to get that energy again. Okay. So I would suggest, like I said, going in, recalibrating, and asking, why am I attracting these types of personalities? What is it about my personality that is making them feel at home in and around my environment? And that's why I got that Queen of Swords. You need to detach from their emotions and from their needs and wants and step into your own. Okay. So I am excited to see what Shari has for you. And I'm sending you lots of love, Lightfoot. I've been through that too.
We started out with the Lovers again. And another way to look at this card is learning to trust your intuition. That when you learn to trust your intuition, it helps align things to your authentic self. It will let you know if this is the right move for you or not, because you will feel it, and feel it very deeply. And then from there, I drew the star reversed. And so in a reverse position, this is talking about losing hope or feeling disconnected. Don't lose hope or feel disconnected. A lot of people, and I'm the same way. I tend to be mama to everybody. I mean, I don't think most of my son's friends knew what my first name was until after he joined the Navy and went away. I was just mom to everybody, you know. And because of that, we tend to nurture and care for everyone around us, whether if it's family, friends, work, church, you know, whatever it is that you're involved in. And part of the star reversed here is talking about don't lose hope, and don't let people drain you of the power that you do have, because that's part of what attracts them to you is you have a lot of power inside, and they feel that and they feed on that, and they're like, oh, she's here, she's going to take care of us, you know. And that's kind of how they approach it. And then I ended up with the 8 of Wands, which is talking about swift movement. I mean, this is the heart of the battle, you know. This is them throwing sticks at you, and you're throwing sticks back, whether if they're sharpened sticks on fire or whatever, you know. But you're in the heat of the battle, and so things are moving fast. When you move too fast, you tend not to think things through, and then you make a misstep, and so you're asking, should I quit my job? If you move too fast, you can wind up hurting yourself in the long run. So don't make a fast snap decision. Take your time, think about it. Try doing some of the steps that Michelle was talking about as well. The kind of pull back from the nurturing bit. Your job is to do it. I had a boss that he was not one of those micromanagers. Thank the good Lord above. He was the kind that I hired you to do a job. You know what the job is, do it. If you have a problem, then come to me and I'll help you figure out how to fix it. But don't come empty-handed, come with an idea of how you think it should be fixed. So he would make you think your way through it and then think about what the possible solutions could be to fix it before you even approached him. And then he would bend over backwards to help you fix or manipulate whatever it is that needed to be taken care of so that everyone on the team worked more efficiently. And that takes a very self-assured and a mature person who cares, but who steps back and is like, no, you were hired to do A, that's your duties. You don't need me to hold your hand. You know what your duties are, do them. And that's how he looked at it. And I learned so much working for him like that because it made me take responsibility for my own actions in my job. I wasn't running to somebody else to fix every problem or just sitting and complaining about this, that, and the other doesn't work. I was actually being made to look at it and figure out, okay, if this is not working, then what will make it work before I would go to him. And we're still friends to this day, even though he's now retired and we both live on different sides of the country. We catch up every now and again on Facebook or something. He's like, hey, there you are. And so he retired and moved on to a golf course. The man lived, breathed, ate, drank, slept, golf. That was his passion. And he used to tell me, learn to play golf. That's how you meet the big wigs in the company because they all play golf. And I'm like, I hate golf. He's like, get over it. I'm like, I don't want to be a big shot. I just want to do my job and go home. But and then I pull for you Magical Map Shifter. And what this is talking about is how spirit is in control of everyone's destiny, of where we're going and what's going to happen. Yes, we have free will. Yes, we can kind of change the way that spirit wants us to go. But eventually, they're going to lead us right back to that spot where we need to be. And so even though we're using our free will to thinking that we're rebelling, they're still going to figure out a way to work you around and boom, put you right back where you need to be. So it's talking about when people cross your path, they're there for a reason. They're there to teach you something, or they're there to learn something from you, depending on the relationship. Part of being a map shifter is learning to discern when to shift and when to be still. When to shift, when to be still. And that's all part of the wands. You don't want to go into it too fast because then you're shifting when you should be standing still. And you're standing still when you should be shifting. So you have to pay attention to that. I think slow down, pull back a little bit, quit being everybody's mama. Just do your job and then see how things go. Give it 3 or 6 months and see what happens. And if you're still not happy where you're at, then, maybe there's a promotion or a lateral change you can make in the company you work in. Or maybe you need to go somewhere else altogether. So, just take your time with it. Don't rush it is basically what I'm getting here. Don't rush it. Take your time with everything. Yep. And make sure that you're hearing and feeling exactly what it is Spirit wants you to know and feel. That's what I got for you.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much. And Tropical Empress Spirit says, I was told the same thing about golf as well. Had told to get my shoulder fixed first. Now I had surgery. My family and friends are asking if I can take lessons. So there you go. In the Seattle area, I think it's bridge. That's what the Gates like to play. So it's you just got to find the billionaires' interests and go hang out with them. And that's what if that was you're
Yeah.
interested in. So, all right. Oh, hey, welcome, Kiba. Good to see you.
Hey, Kiva.
So we are going on to our next question. Just to let you know, everyone, we have the lovely Nancy, and then Rachel Rose, and then Kaylee, and then Viviani, and then we're going to jump into lightning round. So let me find Nancy's question. I found an affordable GMC SUV. Is this a good purchase for my family at this time? Okay. So the first card I got for you, Nancy, is I got the 12th house. The 12th house rules the spiritual realms. It also rules anything that's hidden. So there's possibly something that is there's something hidden regarding this. And so I asked my cards what was going on, and the first card I got was Death Reverse. This is my Resistance is Futile card. Okay, you're holding on to the money, and death is coming by to collect. Okay, so this signifies that you might be a little stubborn, and it could be hindering the progress. Okay, so they're saying let go and let God is the main thing that I'm getting. We never truly get over the pain of losses and things from our past, but if we learn to simply carry it with us and we move forward in life, that's the way to do it. So fearing endings is fearing life itself. So if you're kind of fearing what this potential purchase is going to cause, know that you are starting anew and you're going to undergo some personal transformation with this. Okay, know that if you step into this, you can start into a new beginning. Okay. They're saying your refusal to embrace change stems from a fear of pain. There is some kind of unbearable pain from your past. That's not the case. What you're stepping into now is necessary for your growth. So they're saying breaking free from old patterns and being rewarded as a new path folds before you. So I said, okay, that doesn't really tell me a whole lot about the car. And they went, oh, don't worry, it's time to party. Okay, so I got that if this is the type of van that is something that you can see yourself having a blast in, then do it. Literally, like if this is, you can go on vacations, you can have a lot of fun with this van. You can, turn it into like maybe a home from home as you go out camping, things like that. It needs to be really festive because that's what the van wants to be. Okay, it wants to. It wants to be filled with caring friends and family and be used to have fun and, do spreading joy and doing fun things together. Friendship, sharing, kindness, social gatherings is what I'm getting that it really wants. And the second card fell. So let me get that. Oh, okay. There we go. Definitely getting my attention. So the last card I got was the Emperor. Okay. So think like an emperor when it comes to making this decision. Think of every single little thing that could go right or could go wrong in this situation, and then make a determined and practical decision. Okay. What I got is that if you're using it as a way to bring people together, then it's going to serve that purpose. Okay. It's going to be good. Okay. You'll need to detach a little bit before making your decision. But there's never been a time where your desire to achieve goals has ever been this strong. Okay. So don't let stubbornness go in the way. Replace it with practicality. Okay. And if you can see this as an unapologetic pursuit toward getting what's best for everyone involved, even if you have to be a little cold about it, they will support you moving forward because you're thinking of their best interests as well. Okay. But they're saying be charismatic, be commanding with your opinions on this in order to move forward. But it does need to be something that brings the family together because that's the main thing that I see from Spirit as far as why they're bringing this into your path. Let's see if you said anything. No. Okay. I did pull a shadow card, which is really interesting because it doesn't really fit in with the reading, and maybe some of Shari's cards can help with this. I got the sexual energy card. Okay. This is all about paying attention to where your sexual energy is being directed. It's not an energy to be expand from you. It's a state to reside in. So it rules our first and our second chakras, and that's the root chakra and our sacral chakra. So this is a very potent energy, and we can use it to manipulate people and situations. And it's really important that we don't do that if it's blocked, because that's a big disservice. So when you expand your life force energy from these two chakras, you incorporate the energy from your heart and your crown as well. So you can experience the most complete divine experience of this energy possible. So this doesn't even have to include another person. So when I say sexual energy, I'm not talking about like intercourse. I'm talking about the energy centers in your body. Okay. When you merge your connection with creator with your connection with the earth, and you don't have any filters or blocks in between the two, you're going to experience a complete and true connection. So this could be some blocked energy either in your root or your sacral chakra that's causing some anxiety and some unrootedness right now that's got some fear around this. So we all act as a conduit between heaven and earth, and we can put ourselves like into this energy at any given time. Um, in fact, a lot of yogis they recommend a brahmacharya lifestyle where you don't do anything to cause an orgasm, because you want to experience that in meditation, because it amplifies the connection even more. And what that does is it helps you direct your life in a little more attuned way, is what they're saying. So that's kind of a little bit of a block that I see there. It's causing some fear and anxiety about making this decision. But if you come from the position of the emperor and you make a practical decision, Nancy, it's going to be good. But you have to consider every single person involved, and you have to make the decision on your own and not allow other people to manipulate you moving forward. Yeah. But really pay attention to that 12th house stuff too. Okay, the 12th house is all about being in meditation and listening to our guides. But I'm getting a lot of anxiety, unnecessary anxiety in and around this. So I'm excited to see what Shari has for you, and I'm sending you lots of love, Nancy.
Well, I started out with the Ace of Wands reverse, so we're talking about blockage here.
Yeah,
there's something that when you said maybe something I pulled and I looked down, I realized, okay, my cards are backing up. They're like acting as the codifiers to your cards. So you've got some blockage going on here. A little bit of delay because you're not quite sure. So I would say, just from a logical point of view, before you make any final decisions, get that car to a mechanic you trust and have them go through it with a fine-tooth comb. Make sure that the engine's not already halfway cracked and ready to go in 6 months' time. I've had it happen to me. That's why I'm saying. So, and you don't want to be paying for something that's sitting in your driveway because the engine blew. So, I had that happen to a friend. And it's like, that's not fun either. But then I pulled the 9 of Wands upright. And so the 9 of Wands is kind of like after the battle. You're there. You've got you're putting up your protection along the border there so that they can't come sneaking in once everybody goes to bed. You're tired. You're probably battle weary from everything going on in your life, but you're still standing there with your wands for protection. So if you have to go into battle mode again, boom, it's right there. You're ready to do it, no matter how tired you are. And then I pull the Queen of Swords. And she represents independence, thinking freely, not depending or relying on something or someone else to make you feel whole. That's not their job, is to make you feel whole. That's your job, to make you feel whole. And that comes through independent movements, independent thought, independent actions. That's learning everything you can about this particular vehicle that you want to get. Make sure that it's not one of those kind of cars or vans that you have to go overseas to get the parts and pay 3 times the cost. You know, some of these vehicles, they look really nice and they're really sharp and They run real good, but you let something break, even something minor break. And you're paying a fortune because it's got to come from China or Indonesia or, Timbuktu, who knows where. So brush up on that kind of van, on that make and model. See what's said about it in Google. Is there a lot of complaints about this particular make and model always breaks down at this stage of the game or always has this issue? That kind of thing can save you a lot of money in the long run. Because you can be looking at getting a really great deal, but if in 6 months you're putting out double the money to keep it going, it's not such a good deal after all. So you might do better to keep looking. But and I would say, yes, stick with what Michelle was talking about. Picture yourself with your family in this car. Is it going to provide the need and the want that you want to get this car with? Ability for everybody to pile in and go have fun at the beach or at the park or wherever. But I would say make sure that what you're getting is roadworthy and that you're not going to be putting out more money a couple of months down the road, because then you've defeated your whole point of doing it. And other than that, if everything checks out when you get to that point, go for it. You've got yourself a nice little vehicle there, and you go take the family and go places and do things. And it tends to be a more enjoyable trip if everybody's not sitting on top of everybody. And then you're not putting up with, he's touching me. As a parent, we've all gone through that, right? Yeah. It's like, I'm going to chop off everybody's fingers if you don't stop saying that. That's the point you get in the car. It's like, I'm going to commit harikari here in a minute if y'all don't chill out. So, a decent vehicle like what you were talking about getting, if it checks out roadworthy, then you're definitely looking at something that'll be a good benefit for the whole family. And that's a very big positive. And that's what I got for you.
That's fabulous practical advice. Very emperor. I love that, Shari. Thank you. And yes, Shari's had her share of car problems even recently. So yeah, we've all went.
We're just not even going to go there.
I know. Yeah, in the middle of 2 eclipses as Saturn, it was a lot of astrological stuff going on.
And I'm still waiting for my car to be delivered.
Oh my gosh.
I'm still driving a borrowed car.
Oh.
So at least I have that to drive. So I try not to complain. Yeah. It's like, okay, you've provided me with transportation. Yeah. Even though it sucks gas like crazy and it's like driving a tank, still I can get to it from work. I'm not going to complain. But I'll be glad when all the paperwork mess gets straightened out on the other end so that we can finally do the trade-off and I get my car. And it's like, yes. Then I'm going to hit the road, Jack.
And so Nancy says, thank you, ladies. You're welcome.
You're welcome.
And she has a large dog and tiny 5-pound Chihuahua. Oh, that's lovely. I love that. That third row. Got to think about the babies. Oh yeah. Great chatters, guys. You guys are really bringing it. It's interesting. Yeah.
I know. I love reading the chat.
Me too. Me too. Yeah. I used to run marathons, so I've seen some injuries here that I'm like, oh, I know where that is. Okay. So let's go to, we have the lovely Rachel and then Kaylee and then Viviani. So Rachel is next. Let me find your question, darling. Okay, here you are. My question, I'm wondering if I should go to Costa Rica for my break in August or take this expressive coaching intensive in San Diego, torn between the two. Give me 1 second. Costa Rica.
What is
expressive
coaching intensive? What exactly is that?
I got better cards for expressive coaching, but yeah, if you can give us a little more information on that, that would be really great, Rachel. The main things regarding this trip and where your focus needs to be, darling, is I got a lot of, for some reason, they wanted me to pair the tarot directly with the karma cards. So I got second house and reverse Hierophant. Now, the second house is our savings account. Okay. They're asking you to look at the money a little bit differently. Okay. Because all of this stuff costs money. Okay. When the Hierophant's reversed, he's telling us to grow up a little bit in this area. Okay. There's some outdated values. There's some antiquated customs. This is happening in America wholesale, especially as millennials, Rachel. We're dealing with a completely different economy than the boomers or older generations are, the Gen Xers and the boomers. That's why Jonathan and I started the channel, because he's looking at the opportunities that
Yeah,
I'm
I'm a
offered in
boomer,
my,
so
yeah, he's looking at the opportunities I have as a millennial and going, oh my God. And they're just not there for us and for the younger generations. So the reverse Hierophant is all telling us to look at things from a less traditional standpoint and not get stuck in the mud when it comes to listening to modalities that no longer work, because we're in a whole new economy and a whole new world. So work on being more flexible and open-minded regarding your money situation. And that's going to actually free up some things in the future. That's the one main thing that they wanted me to tell you. And that has to do with taking trips and things like that. But you really need to pay attention to the savings account. Also, the reverse Hierophant is also about what you eat. So I know that you had an allergy panel done. So paying attention to those trigger foods and staying on top of that journal. Okay.
yeah.
The next one I got was, and again, I got better cards for the San Diego one. The second card I got, darling, was I got the 11th house. This is your tribe. But then I got the reversed Emperor. Okay. So there are some power struggles regarding the people in and around your environment. These would be like peers. There's some power struggles that are bringing out some complications. The negative energy associated with the reversed Emperor lies in your ability to trust your own talents. You have a very strong ambition to succeed, but you're a little hesitant to take bold action. This stems from a fear of failure. So your attitude toward authority figures and the status quo is a little uncertain at this time. So be very cautious about this as you communicate with others, especially people in and around your environment. There's a lack of emotion on their side. It's emotional and it's physical, and that's part of the problem. You can't hold people to your standards because you're an overachiever. Okay, honey. Make sure you're not leaning toward extremes, especially when it comes to morality. And don't abuse your power in and around people that you're working with. Okay, so if there is someone in and around your environment that is exerting control or acting dictatorially, don't give into that energy. Okay, it's harmful to you. Detaching yourself can also be detrimental. So unfortunately, you might have to feel a little unsure or intimidated to voice your own opinion at this time. And this is within the tribe. So really looking at the way that you lead, because they are saying that you're the older person. Okay. I asked what the main problem was, and it didn't surprise me because I've had a dream about this with you before. And I got the 3 of Cups, but it came up reversed. Okay. I got that the people in and around you like to party a little bit. Okay. So they're saying keep it simple, exercise moderation. Things are going to go your way. Rein in your enthusiasm a little bit, and watch for food, drink, money, doing anything that is going to affect that second house of savings and what you're putting into your body. Those are the 2 things that they're showing me. Maybe that's why I got better cards from San Diego than I did the first, because there's just going to be a better environment for you there. But what I got was there is going to be some type of a delay involved in either venture, and it might not materialize because of this energy I see in and around you. And this one is around service to others. Okay, so yeah, I'm kind of, if I had to give you a clear reading, I would say neither right now, because you've got a lot of stuff kind of up in the air regarding your life right now that they want you to focus on. And so I asked like shadow wise what was going on, because I got a lot of reverse cards for you, sweetie. And I got that you're going through a lot of changes again. Okay. You see there's a little drop of water here, and there's ripples coming out from the drop of water. This shows you that the smallest changes that you can make in your life right now will bring about great rewards and changes. And that's what they want you to focus on. These 2 things that are coming up before you are okay. The second one's a little bit better because I got the reversed Hermit for that one. The first one's going to lead to a little bit of regret. But if you focus on the areas that I mentioned previously, the changes coming your way are going to be a lot better, because you're going to be, when you make these judicious kind of small changes in your life, it's going to add up to bigger changes over time. So think about any small changes that you can make in that second house of food and savings, and that sixth house of service to others. In that, what was the other one? 11th house of tribe, and how you can make some improvements in those areas, because they're a little out of balance right now. Cleaning out clutter, committing to walking every night after dinner, cutting out any processed food that's upsetting your stomach, things that aren't working for you, because big changes are coming your way. Okay. I hope that was helpful, honey. I know that wasn't a clear yes or no, but I did get better cards for San Diego. I did not get great cards for Costa Rica, because if you go there, there's going to be a lot of partiers and people that don't really match your vibe, and it's going to frustrate you. Okay. Oh my goodness. I hope that that was helpful. And I'm sending you lots of love. So, and she says, up in the air, I'm confused. Things are fine. Okay. I said changes are coming your way in those areas. And I know that you quit drinking and you're eating healthy and you're doing lots of exercise, but the people, I got 11th house energy for that. So the people in and around your environment aren't doing those things, and that can get in the way of some of the trip. Okay. I hope that was helpful, sweetie. Hi, Clarence.
All right. Well, I started out, I pulled a card from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. And it's the eyes of beauty, positive expectations, and clarity, which really fits the cards that I drew, because I drew this one first. Basically, what this card is asking is, are you looking at the world through rose-colored glasses? Do you always see it as a glass half full or a glass half empty? And what is your perception on everything in life? And I thought, well, okay, I can understand that message from the card, but as I'm looking at it, I'm like, but that doesn't really fit about Costa Rica or San Diego. Which way do I go? And then I threw the cards and I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. So for Costa Rica, we start out with the Knight of Cups. You're looking at this very much with that romantic view. Beautiful place, tropical place. Maybe there's, some hoochie mama that you can meet down there, and, that'll spin your wheels a little bit. And, we romanticize these kind of things and these kind of climates, in these kind of areas. We think, oh, we go down there and we're going to meet Mr. or Mrs. Right, and everything's going to go good, or we're going to have that once in a lifetime, one weekend stand type thing, whatever. So be careful, because you're romanticizing the Costa Rica. Because then I pulled the Seven of Cups reversed, where it's talking about, yeah, that may sound like a lot of fun and a lot of romanticism and whatnot, but you better get your priorities straight, is basically what the Seven of Cups is telling you. Get your priorities straight, get some clarity, and start thinking logically about this. And I know people don't want to hear that when they're getting a tarot reading, and I'm the last one to complain about think logically, because I'm terrible at it. But sure enough, that's what it's telling you to do. Now, that's what I got for Costa Rica. For San Diego, I got the Queen of Wands reversed. So you're hesitant about San Diego because you're lacking self-confidence. You're lacking in believing in yourself that you can do the kind of intensive work that you're going to go through at this event. Followed by the Four of Swords reversed, which is telling you you need to concentrate on getting rest, making sure that you make time for yourself. So even though this conference coaching thing is going to be very, very probably hands-on, very intensive, it's going to teach you things maybe that's going to help you get better rest. And it's not romanticizing it to you. It's giving it to you in cold, hard facts. And when it comes to making life decisions, sometimes that's what we need, is something to make us think in cold hard facts. I mean, it's real nice to dream about your knight in shining armor coming to rescue you, right? How often does that really happen? Not. So, it's like, wake up, smell the coffee. He's in a rusty tin suit on an old hack. So, it's, he's the half empty glass, not the half full glass. So, and I'm a romantic at heart. So trust me, it kills me to even say those words, because I'm the first one. Knight in shining armor. Yeah, I'm going to go for that. So, but I think what I'm reading here is that you're romanticizing going to Costa Rica, and you're not very confident in yourself about going to San Diego. And I think San Diego is probably going to be the right decision for you. Now, you may change your mind and go to Costa Rica and have the time of your life, and more power to you. I'm jealous. I would love to go there myself. But remember, the eyes of beauty are in the beholder. And if you don't look closely at what you're looking at, you may not see the bags under the eyes and the just the wrinkles and the, like, I'm just tired. Okay, so take all of that into account. But I feel like the cards are saying go to San Diego because you have things to learn, and you're going to benefit for the better because of it. So that's what I'm getting.
Oh, and she says, well, the course could lead to a PhD in Switzerland, and it's like a full-on new career after the military. So there you go.
You want to talk about romantic? Yeah, go to Switzerland.
Oh my
Have you
goodness.
seen some of the chalets there? I mean, I've never been. I've only seen pictures, but
and I think that's why I got so many cards about changing who you are inside, because you've got big changes coming your way, Rachel. So preparing for something bigger than you ever thought was possible, for sure. So
and quit not being confident in yourself. You got to learn to have confidence in what you're capable of doing, because you're capable of doing a lot.
She is. Yeah. She's an incredible musician, and she's a beautiful person. So thank you so much, Rachel. And we're sending you lots of love. And she goes, oh, great. She goes, I felt a huge shift inside recently after the opera ended, which was great. Yeah, those are great photos. Yeah, thanks for sharing those. Okay, so we have the lovely Kaylee and then Viviani, and then we're going to get straight to lightning rounds. All right, so Miss Kaylee, I'm going to be starting to do my Reiki and Aqualite healing practices on others. I created a business name, and I'm looking at insurance. Is there anything Spirit wants me to be aware of? Thanks. Okay. So I'm not really positive about insurance in the United States, and I know nothing about it in Canada. So I can't give you a lot of practical advice here outside of the fact that insurance in the United States is a mess. But I did pull karma cards, and I got Saturn in Gemini in the first house. So I'm going to read it across, because normally I don't get the 3 cards that make a sentence. So that's clearly what the guides want me to do. Be realistic about what you want to be known immediately. Be concerned about what is believed about the way to project yourself. And before you wait, you must wait before you can use the quickest way to do it on your own. So they're saying, wait, Saturn's blocking it. The maturity that brings information to explain who you are, caution regarding communications about your desires, limits imposed resulting from the fluctuations of your actions. What we're finding in the United States, and this is for entertainment purposes only, is they're not paying out. So I'm not sure what it's like in Canada, but the Virgos, the sidereal Virgo is getting hit by eclipses right now, and they are our bureaucrats. Those are the people who are, crossing those T's, dotting those I's, setting those laws, putting up the fence lines. They're not on their job right now, and this is across the board. If you go, and this is just in America, again, entertainment purposes only. We had that eclipse, and we're feeling it. But for you in general, I did get some good cards for your practice in general, Kaylee. I got the Emperor and I got the Four of Wands. So you are stepping into a new modality. You can celebrate it because the Four of Wands is all about celebrating your success, and the Emperor is taking charge of your life and starting something new. So I got really good cards for that. And I went, oh, that's wonderful. And I go, well, what about the insurance? What about like the direction of the business and things like that and the advice that she's receiving? And I got that you kind of need to walk away from a few things, especially emotionally. Okay. When I get the Eight of Cups, this tells me, and it's reversed, it tells me that you need to set some boundaries, okay, in your life. All right. Um, Avoid excessive self-sacrifice because a lot of empaths can fall into this. Okay. Don't allow self-doubt or pessimism to hold you back. You may feel like everything you hold dear could be drained away when you do that. If you're feeling neglected or angry, especially if you've been very selflessly devoted toward this, the real issue is that there is an imbalance of sacrifice here. Okay. So making sure that you're protecting your energy from clients to other practitioners to other things in your environment is really, really clear. Because when you open yourself up to the public like this, Kaylee, and I know that you work, you have a job working with large animals and things like that. It's a little different with people. Reflect on reflect on your past experiences and those experiences that lowers your self-esteem, and don't let that energy in and around your environment, because they're saying that you consistently give a lot more than you receive. And it's time to find people who value you more than a current relationship that you're in right now. I'm not talking about a romantic one. I'm talking about in general. Okay. Seeking professional therapy may be beneficial so you don't attract personality types that are draining your energy. And don't martyr yourself to be don't martyr yourself for your clients. Don't martyr yourself for other people. Okay. True partnerships and client and, successful client relationships require sacrifice on both sides, not just yours. So even though we're giving advice and we're helping, if you get clients that literally send you like huge emails or blowing up your time, or it could be other practitioners, it could be clients, set those clear boundaries so that they're not draining you. Okay. Don't give so much that you're neglecting your own needs and your own aspirations, and address the pessimism that you carry around from that to achieve some kind of a balance with you in your life. The reason I say that, and I don't normally pull this card, was I did get the Knight of Swords reversed. This is what happens when you don't set the boundary. You're going to have to like dominate. Okay. So I'm kind of warning you to do this now. Now is the perfect time to turn things into more tangible realities. Okay. Boost your self-esteem by confidently expressing your thoughts and engaging with others. This shows that you have valuable contributions to offer our community. Okay. Fearlessly fight for yourself and your ideas, but be very cautious about coming across personalities that try to impose their will on you. Okay. If there's a cause that's dear to your heart, rally others around you to support it. Don't take it on all by yourself. And your dreams can transform this into a solid reality if you take a more reflective and studious approach, which I know you do have. You're very mental. So express yourself with forcefulness when you come across these personality types, these draining personality types. And you can maintain a very respectful, non-argumentative demeanor when you're addressed with someone who's really crossing that boundary. And you see he's stabbing the other person. He's getting ready to, but that represents truth. Okay. So when someone comes across you or tries to impede you from making necessary adjustments to your practice in your life, stick them with the truth. Okay. Because that will, when you thoughtfully choose your words and your attitude, you will avoid conflicts with these friends and associates, and you can drop your defensiveness from your arsenal. Okay. So that's the main thing that I see, is you have to set those very clear emotional boundaries and mental boundaries, because they can be crossed. Okay. So I am excited to see what Shari has for you, but I did ask for something that you could do as you like maybe get off of a client call or something like that. And I mean that you need to go out in nature. This is where you can recharge. Nature is the perfect place to center yourself and ground out any of the excessive noise in your head, especially after a big session. In nature, all of the secrets of the universe are there. I love the energy of growth of trees. There's There's beautiful deer. There's, I mean, and nature, it's just nature. It's not trying to be something else. So you get to know yourself when you're out in nature. And by drawing this card, you're just being asked to come to a peace that's inside of you and what you have to offer to the situation, and not look outside of yourself for the answers. This is all in you. You have that beautiful Saraswati yoga in your chart and a lot to bring the collective. So I'm excited to see what Shari has for you. And congratulations, Haley. That's wonderful.
Okay, I think they've stopped. It may be safe for me to talk now. Um, okay, I started out, I pulled one of the 22 Archangels deck. That's another new deck I just got. I'm really liking it.
Yeah, he made those up.
And I pulled for you
He's gonna take it right off.
Starfelt.
There you
Heart of Devotion is what it says. Let's see if you can see that. There we go. And there's your Archangel right there. Those eyes just piercing, man. Wow. It says, let the cup of your heart be filled through commitment and dedication. That's what it takes to do what it is that you're training to do. It takes a lot of commitment, a lot of dedication. It takes a real willingness to open yourself up and be able to draw in somebody else's energy to help them heal, or in whatever capacity. At least that's my understanding of Reiki. I know the basics of it, but I know it goes much deeper than that. First thing I pulled was the Knight of Cups. Mr. Romance just doesn't seem to want to go away tonight. He keeps showing up in every damn drawing, so he's trying to make a point. But I think what this really is standing for is your desire to heal other people. And we all tend to want to romanticize that in a sense of, we want to make people better. We want to make them feel better. We want to make their hurt go away, their pain go away. For those who go into the kind of field that you're training for, that takes a lot of not just ability to be able to reach out to other people and do that kind of work, but it takes a lot of strength to protect yourself from getting too overwhelmed by it. There's a very fine line that you're going to walk there with it, but I think that you're going to be able to handle it just fine. And then I pull the High Priestess reversed. And here it's just telling you to kind of take a pause, take a minute, reflect. Make sure that you're connecting with your intuition on a much deeper level. I think you're going in the right direction. That's just the energy that I'm picking off of you from Spirit, is that that's our girl. She's going, go, go, go. But at the same time, they're saying, take an extra minute, make sure that you're in the right space, right head space, right heart space, that you're protected. That's very important. And then I ended with the Knight of Wands. So it's like full speed ahead, baby. You got it. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord splits you, right? Just keep on trucking. There's a lot of excitement building up with this. There's a lot of forward moving in all of this. And this is just telling you, go for it. Just go for it. I think you're going to be really phenomenal. That's what I'm picking up just when I'm reaching out. Is just I'm picking up you're going to be really, really phenomenal at this. And you're going to do a lot of people a lot of good. You just have to stop and remember to take care of you first. You have to take care of you first and do your protection for you so that you can help them. That's what I got.
Wonderful. I love it when our cards match up. And Kaylee, you are the Emperor. Okay? Kaylee made me this thing. That's why I always bring it out. I know.
That's awesome.
Speaking of giving, I know. She just sent this to me. And yeah, she's one of the most giving, sweetest souls. And Yeah, so it sounds like things are going to go well for you. You're going to have, all of us had to set boundaries when we came into this community, and
Oh yeah.
if you stick to your values and stand up for yourself and do that, you're going to be fine, sweetie. Okay, and you're so welcome.
Some of us are still learning it.
Yes, definitely, definitely. And one thing that I would encourage you, because you're such a great helper, is don't give people advice unless they ask for it. Okay, because sometimes that can make people a little upset, or they might not understand where you're coming from. Okay, sweetie, that's just coming from my own personal experience, not the cards. Okay.
Yeah.
Whew. All right.
I agree completely. Been there.
Yeah. Okay. And thank you for joining us, sweetie. We're sending you lots of love. All right, Viviani, you are next, and then we have Fun Boy. Okay, let's
Yay.
see. What is it? Okay, I need a message advice from Spirit about what is next for me, please, and thank you. You're so welcome, sweetie. Okay, you are really stepping into becoming a person of status, because I got the 10th house. This is your house of career. Okay, so I asked, what's going on in Viviani's career? I got some interesting cards. Okay, but I have a positive one at the end here. Okay, the first one I got was the Tower, but it came up reversed, so not upright. Okay, so don't let panic take over. The Tower reverse cautions you against acting out of fear if the crisis comes your way. Okay, you may think that you know how you'll react to a sudden upheaval, but reality can sometimes surprise us. So circumstances can offer a chance to reinvent yourself, take a new path, but it can throw us off a little. It can throw us off balance a little bit. All right, so don't go strel, as my husband calls them. It's like a deer in the headlights look. Just act swiftly and to avoid any detrimental consequences. And it's crucial not to make any impulsive decisions regarding your career, especially if they're driven by fear, and try to embrace some change without using it as an escape from the chaos, and preserve what's working for you. Okay. The reverse tower, it really does signify a break from these outdated rules, structures, and habits that no longer serve purposes in your life. Okay. This crisis is going to bring you a lot of liberation. It's propelling you to take necessary action and embark on the fresh chart. And I got 3 cards, and this was in the first position. Okay. The second card I got was really interesting, because I called this my Wounded Warrior card, which tells me you're a little on guard right now. Okay. You need to seek some balance. Don't fall into any kind of extremism regarding the events. Okay. You may find yourself swinging between either self-comforting or excessive discipline, unable to kind of strike a balance as you try to showing me the Temperance card, balance the energy out. Okay. Be cautious of getting involved in things that go against your values is the main thing that I got there. Just be aware of it during this period. There is a risk of being taken advantage of. Someone you love or admire may even try to discourage you to seek out more independence in your life, or make you feel ungrateful for what they're giving you. So don't let these unhealthy influences sway your decisions, and just stay true to yourself, especially regarding your career, because you are on the right path, even though there's going to be, if there hasn't already been, a bit of a tower moment. Okay. The reason I say that is because after the Tower comes the Star, but this is still out of balance right now, because for me, the Star came out upside down. Okay. We want to get the Star up right side up. Okay. So let go of what's not working regarding your career and what's making you a person of status. There might be some thinning that needs to happen here. Okay, Viviani. If you're feeling unusually pessimistic about something, maybe contact someone that can give you a little bit of encouragement. This could be a dear friend that maybe disappointed you or caused you to doubt your ability to attract more positivity in your life. They're saying that you're a naturally very creative person, and you can experience temporary creative blocks at times. And you can feel like your artistic channels are a little obstructed. So basically what they're saying is, if you're experiencing a lack of inspiration, make sure that you're not living life by just going through the motions. What else, guys? Trusting your judgment, because it can become challenging when you're in this state, and it makes decision-making difficult. So remember not to give up on your dreams. They're there, but there's just some things standing in the way right now. Don't allow disillusionment to hold you back. And if there's any kind of cynicism in and around this area, or hopelessness, try to be a little more optimistic in this area. And we want to get we want to get you right side up again, because this is who you truly are when you're more in balance. You're full of hope. You're full of emotional healing. Fame is within reach for you when this is upright. So just try to keep that negativity at bay and open yourself up to inspiration, and see this as a positive springboard from you to jump to, where you can match your desires by making more practical actions in the future. Okay. And that's going to help your dreams come true when you kind of balance these energies out. I asked if you needed anything, and my shamanic healing oracle showed up, and I got healing energy. Okay. When I draw this card, it's asking, your guides are asking you to work with your own energy on a healing level. You can go to a class, you can go to a Reiki healer, or you can do it on yourself. Okay. Or you can sit in meditation and concentrate on mindfulness. Any modality that you have that brings healing to you is strongly, strongly encouraged right now. When you're living in this vibration of healing, Viviani, you not only affect yourself, but you affect everyone around you. Like, we can feel you through the camera. We can feel your gifts. So there's no force to it. Your energy will rise, and other people will see that. Okay. So healing, it will take place for you. That's how this energy works. And the people that you are close to will also benefit from the work that you're doing in this area. So I'm gonna see if you've said anything. Makes sense. Yes, balance is important. Okay. All right. So I normally don't get that many kind of cards, but they know that you do have the wherewithal to deal with some of these things. I'm not really, it resonates with what's happening. Okay, good. All right. Well, know that it is to propel you forward. And if you're dealing with any of that negativity, that your guides are there with you, and to really step into those modalities, because they do work and they'll raise your energy and your vibration. And in yoga, we call this vairagya. It's detachment from our emotions in the face of chaos, trauma, fear, anxiety, things like that. And when we're able to stay calm in those environments, it raises our energy and it keeps the room calm around us. So that's what I feel like you're stepping into. And that's beautiful. It tells me you're a more mature soul. So excited to see what Shari's got for you.
Awesome. I actually got all upright cards. I was like, wow.
Yay!
This is good. Yay.
Yay! I love that.
First card up, the sun. So here it's abundance, a lot of radiant exposure, what you bring out to people, because you're so enthusiastic about what you're doing and what you've learned and how you're moving, that it's contagious. I mean, I've sat and watched you on your show when you're doing show with you and some of the others, or when you're doing a solo. And it's just, it just pumps off of you. You can feel that energy coming off of you. Very positive, very loving, very caring, is just there. You can't fake that. It's either there or it's not there. And people pick up on it real quick if it's not there. And then I pulled the Six of Pentacles. So here we're talking about, you're very generous with your gift. You're very generous with what you give to people. As you read for them, as you interact with them, you don't hold anything back. You don't look down on them because you're trying to help them. You're just very generous in what it is you offer and what it is you provide. The trick is, as Michelle was saying, learning balance, giving and taking, because both are just as important as the other. You can't be too lopsided one way or the other, or it throws you off everything. So you have to be willing to receive what others want to give to you, as well as what you're giving to others. It's very important. And then I ended with the Two of Wands. This is personal power with this deck. And as you can see, she's holding the world in her hands. So she's the one with the power here. She's the one that's in control here. You're looking at new possibilities. You're looking at new adventures, new gifts that are going to open up to you as you explore more and more and more. Personally, I found that as as I embrace one gift and start exploring it before I know it, another one's opening up. It's like, okay, wait a minute. I keep having to tell them, slow down a little bit. I'm old now. I don't move so fast. But they don't care. They go at the speed that they think you need to go at. But you're looking at you're looking at a lot of new possibilities coming your way. I'm really feeling like you're going to have to really step outside of your comfort zone with some of this. You're going to have to step outside of your little bubble for you to move to the next step. And that could be scary, as well as make you a little unsure of what it is that you're doing. But Spirit is telling you, go, step. You've got it. You got this. Do it. And then I pulled from the Queen of the Moon Oracle, and it's the Queen of the Moon. The sovereignty is the one I pulled for you. And it talks about you have sovereignty over your own life. Act with grace and confidence. You have the ability to unite desperate people and views should you choose to do so. So you can look around the room and you can see who it is that needs help. Like Michelle says, don't go offering it until it's asked for, because some people will take it the wrong way, and you don't want that energy around you. But just make note of those that you pick up on, that, oh, okay, that person over there, they need some help. Maybe there's a way that if you're in the vicinity of where they are, you can maybe drop a couple of things in a casual conversation, if not to them, to maybe somebody next to them, and they can hear you, to where they know, oh, this is somebody maybe I can talk to about my issue, and maybe she can help me. And that's going to get you further than just going up and just beating people over the head with a book saying, hey, I'm here to help. Sometimes they're not ready for help, so you have to wait until they ask you. One of the things in here, it says in the book, it talks about goddesses of the moon are one of the oldest kinds of feminine divine and feature mythologies from almost every corner of the globe, from Diana to the Semitic Astarte and Henna from Polynesia. The link with feminine divine and the lunar planet and cycles is a strong one. We've got a full moon coming up. What is it? Next week, I think. Yeah. Goddesses are in all shapes, forms, sizes, color, whatever. We it's not one size fit all. There's a vast variety of us out here, and we're all goddesses. And that doesn't exclude men, because men get the divine feminine energy as well. And while they may refer to themselves as gods, that's cool, but they're running with goddess energy, so that makes them a goddess too. We've been taught through our lives to always defer, stand back, step back, let the man take over, let the man be in front, let the man make the decision. Something my mother taught me is I don't need a damn man to tell me how to live my life. I know how to do it myself. And when I was younger, I thought, well, that's kind of rude. You're taking away his ability to do what he's being called to do. But as I get older, I understand what she meant by that. It has nothing to do with male or female. It has everything to do with power. And you don't give up your power to anybody. You're perfectly capable of making all the decisions on your own. Does that mean that you don't ask for someone's advice or help? Absolutely not. Because that can help you clarify for yourself what may be the right decision. So I think going into the next next week or so, next month, was it month that she was asking? I think things are rolling right along. You're growing. Your gift is growing. Your channel is growing. I'm really excited to see what comes next. So, yeah, you go. Use that goddess energy, girl.
I love that. Thank you, Shari. And thank you for joining us, Viviani. I love that some of the cards even looked like Viviani, like the woman with the globe. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
Yeah.
when I was born, I was like, okay, well, they're even giving me cards that look like her.
Yeah, that was really cool. Oh. All right. So everyone's just giving you lots of love in the chat, Viviani. And she says, thank you, Shari. I'm grateful for you and the guides. We're thankful for you too, Viviani. Thank you so much for your feedback.
She's doing Akashic Records readings.
Oh, that's great.
She's doing Akashic Records, and that's... So if y'all want your Akashic Records read, give her a call.
All right.
Check her out.
Yeah,
she does that.
She studied under Val, right? With Dragonfly
right,
crystals.
with Val.
Yeah,
Val, yeah, she took the class
yeah.
with Val.
Yeah.
And, I believe I got all that right.
Yeah. So our next question is Fun Boy and then Dora Romero. And if you're still in the audience, we'll just do a quick card for you for lightning round. Okay, guys? So, Fun Boy, I found an excellent protection chant using Aphrodite. Can you tell me if it seems legit and whatever means you can? No. It's not. I got Pluto. That's a no. And then I got that it was a money spell because I got the King of Pentacles, which is a big yes, but then I got the Lovers reversed and Aphrodite literally said, it's not from me. Okay, so you could cross some kind of a money spell, but it has more of a masculine vibe to it, more of a King of Pentacles vibe to it. Okay, more practical. She's more about love, relationships, contracts, stuff like that. So it is a spell, but it's not the right one. Okay, so I asked what was going on there, and I got that there is a need for you to kind of integrate things in your life a little bit, Fun Boy. So we are the sum of all of experiences in this and our other lives. And when I get the integration card, which is this one, you need to bring forward all of your wealth of knowledge, talents, as wisdom in order to find the right thing for you. One of the challenges is you've forgotten who we all forget this. We forget who we originate from. And we're bombarded every day with messages from other people on how we should be, what we should do, what we should be saying. These messages, they come from the media, they come from society, they come from our family, they come from friends, they come from even strangers. They drown out who we really are, and they keep us from that little voice inside of us. So they're saying that you need to spend some quiet time during your day. Okay, Fun Boy, to identify the type of relationship with that small, strong voice inside of you. We call that the inner Atman. Okay, Shari calls them voices from the swamp. So wherever you're hearing your guides, that's what they're asking you to do. And once you step into that, you're not going to hear all these other messages that are kind of clouding your ability to manifest and make things happen in your life. They're saying sometimes your logical mind will tell you to stop. Nothing's wrong. Don't stop being dramatic or overreacting when that little voice is going, yeah, you should be reacting. So if you are ignoring that inner voice within you, they're saying that's usually comes from a quest to fit in or to be loved and admired. And realize that your inner voice is warning you that the other person's energy that gave you this spell is not matching their words or their actions. Okay, listen to your instincts about this situation or person. That's the main thing I got. And I'm going to give you a really good one. All right, so you ready for this? This is for Lakshmi. Om Hrim Shrim Lakshmi Beyo Namaha. Om Hrim Shrim Lakshmi Beyo Namaha. Om Hrim Shrim Lakshmi Beyo Namaha. And if you do that 108 times via Amala on Friday, that can bring the goddess of abundance energy towards you. She is the significator of Aphrodite, Venus, etc. in Hindu philosophy. That's the one that I can give you because that's where my background is in. But yeah, I would look a little bit more into that and why the person gave it to you because I got to know. So All right. We'll see if Shari has anything for you, but
Yeah, I'm since these are new cards, some of the stuff is a little different than normal Rider Waite. So I'm
okay.
just double checking myself,
Oh, you're
making sure
fine.
that
Any tips on protection from
oh,
bad spirits? Doing a mantra in the morning can help you. I'll go ahead and give you a really great protection mantra for bad spirits, fun boy. And this is the Lord of the Yakshas or the nature spirits. They can be both good and bad. Is Ganesha. So this is a very very simple one. Om Ganapataye Namaha. Om Ganapataye Namaha. And then there's Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. That's one that you can do. And then a really good one is Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Niravignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. And that's a really good one against bad spirits too. And I've got some Kali ones too, if you ever want to nail those ones. But yeah, doing mantras while you're while before meditation can help as well because it clears the energy, and that's the Ganesha mantras are really good at that. They can clear out all of the negative spirits, bad energies, things like that, as well as our bad past karma. So it clears the way for the gurus and the devas to help us out. So Om Gam
very good.
Ganapati Namaha. Yeah, it's a good one.
Ooh, I got the dropsies today. I keep dropping cards. Okay. Okay. So you were going with what you thought was a protection chant using Aphrodite, and Michelle is able to tell you no, that's not correct. So part of what you need to determine is why someone gave you that. What was their reasoning behind it? Was it an honest mistake or was there a reason for it? The reason why I'm saying that is because the first thing I got was King of Swords. So you are wisely using your intellect, you're using your judgment to talk to someone that you trust can help you find the right answer. And that's being very clear-headed, very, very clear-minded. Is you go, if you're not sure of something, you go to someone you think knows a little more than you for them to help you determine the truth. That's what you've done tonight. And the reason why I ask about what their intention may be was because then I pulled the devil. And so this is making me think, I don't know if it means as in just being mischievous and just see if they can mess with you, or if this was meant to really upset the apple cart, as they say, that could really mess you up. Don't dwell on it too long because you're smart enough to find out if what they said was accurate or not. Because then I pulled the Nine of Swords, which is showing all the anxiety you've been feeling. Let it go. You've expressed it. You've gotten some information. Now you know what to do going forward. Michelle's giving you some great chance that you can use so that you can get yourself going in the right direction. And then I pulled from the Enchanted Map Oracle. I pulled the Dragon's Lair. As you can see the dragons up there at the top going in. That's the coolest looking castle I've ever seen. It says, you are always protected and divinely directed. So even though somebody gave you the wrong information, whether if it was intentional or not, Spirit was there to protect you and to make sure that you came to people who could tell you, this is right, this is wrong, this is not what this stands for. That's showing that intellect that King of Swords is talking about. Is talking about entering dangerous territory, so tread carefully. So that's what you were doing. You got some information. You thought, oh, this is going to be great. I can do this. But you were smart enough to go to somebody that you know knows about that to find out for sure. And so that's you treading carefully. So It says there's greater value in risk taking than remaining unchallenged. So you always want to take a little risk, but you want to make sure that you're kind of hedging your bets, that your risk is going in the right direction, that you're not going off the deep end of the wrong direction, because that could really give you a lot of trouble in the long run. So, yeah, I think Spirit just laid out exactly what your actions were once you got this information and you thought, oh, I can do this. Oh, let me double check and make sure that that's exactly what I was told it was. If more people did that, we'd have a lot less issues in the world, because they wouldn't be running off doing stupid things that just makes them have more trouble. So, yeah, I think you did right. You came to the person that you knew would know about chants and mantras. So, I mean, because I wouldn't know where to begin on that stuff. I don't know anything about mantras except what little bit I've learned so far from Michelle. So I would depend on her wholeheartedly for her opinion on something like that.
Thank you.
So that's a good choice you made. That's what I got for you.
And Fun Boy, this is something I'm thinking about putting on, and this is for everyone in the audience. My email is michelle@astrologicaltarot.com. And what we thought about doing is creating a cheap membership on my site where I would basically broadcast my daily mantras and basically walk you guys through them so that you can learn to do this and incorporate it into your own spiritual practice. You can do, 1 or 2 a day. My practice tends it's about half an hour, and it's in the evening, in the morning. And I was taught by a licensed jyotish practitioner. I have a degree in this from her academy. And she is from India, from Chandigarh. And she's the, president of BAVA and a number of other organizations. She's also an international. She's like the Vedic astrologer of the age. She's kind of like the kingmaker. And she's my guru. And she taught me all of the mantras. And so I have a whole list of planetary mantras along with deities that I've created and I put on my altar that I do every day. I'm going to be offering that. In the meantime, you can just look up mantras in general. There's a Sanskrit channel. There's you can just type in, mantras for, benefits and things like that. But know that the pronunciation differs by region in India as well. So if one sounds a little different than the other, just know that it's a different region. It's a big, big country. Okay. But yeah, so if anyone's interested in that, email me, because I'm thinking about opening up a membership and doing that. But
just like we don't sound nothing like the people up north sound.
Yeah, there you go.
We're speaking the same language, but we sound totally different. So
yes, exactly. So, all right. Well, yeah, that's something I'm thinking about doing, and I'll go ahead and I'll open that up on my shorts, and you guys can let me know if you're interested, and I'll set it up. Otherwise, I don't want to, it's a very private thing for me, and I've been doing it for years by myself, and so opening it up to a public thing is a little different. It's outside of a classroom, so it'd be up to you guys. All right, Fun Boy. Best of luck to you, and I actually have a whole book on Sanskrit spells and mantras too that I can share with you if you email me. So, all right. So we're going to get to Dora. And then if we have time, we'll do a couple of light round questions if you guys are still here. My birthday is next week. Happy birthday, Dora.
Birthday.
Yay, July babies. Can I get a message from your mom? Yes, you can. So the first thing that Mom is pointing out, because I did mention she's a guide, is I got second house. Second house is what we put in here, what comes out of here, and it's basically our food, our resources, our gems, our savings accounts, our monies, things like that. So she has you paying attention to this, the house of speech and finances. Okay. I asked what she's having you work on, and she said it's time to get a little creative in these areas because I got the Empress. So this is a very lucky card to get in the Arcana. It's immense joy, it's happiness, it's the realm of material wealth. So she wants you to focus a little more on that. Materialism is not inherently bad. It just depends on how we wield it. So embrace your generosity and philanthropy because it means that you can make a positive impact right now. And your resourcefulness really shines through in various ways in this moment. So if you're artistically inclined right now, you can expect to give birth to maybe a new exciting project coming your way. You will have the ability to respond more inventively to challenges and problems and even dire situations, because we are moving into sidereal Cancer season. And you'll have a knack to solve some of these challenges while nurturing the interests of those you hold dear. So this is a beautiful mother card to come through from Mom. I love it when I pull this. So this is just aligning yourself with being more creative, that beautiful creative space that lies inside of you. Okay, Dora. And she's basically saying you're giving birth to a magnificent project that is going to embody beauty and harmony and inspiration, and prosperity can be on the horizon as well. The reason I think that she gave me such a positive card at the beginning was because you've kind of been through some stuff and you need to seek some help for it. Okay, I got the Ten of Swords reversed. This may feel like you're walking hand in hand with depression a little bit. Okay, there's some recent sadness and it's almost unbearable. Okay, wallowing in misery and unhappiness is only going to exacerbate the situation. And the remorse and anguish that you're currently experiencing will eventually fade, even if it doesn't feel that way. Okay, Dora? So reach out to friends or acquaintances who have gone through similar hardships and help them deal with those feelings of hopelessness, abandonment, because that requires a lot of deep introspection on our part. And there's a lot of spiritual soul searching before you're really ready to reemerge into the world. So she's saying that you've endured a really heavy burden, and seeking professional help can help navigate this. And it's a very courageous choice for you to make. But there's no shame in letting a specialist help you in healing. And she's saying that isolating yourself is only going to prolong your pain. Okay. Once you do that, your wishes will begin to come true. Okay. I got the Nine of Cups. This is my wish card. So this is magic. This is great significance. This is, not only will your current wishes be granted, but it's likely going to be fulfilled in really joyous manners. He's enjoying his feast here. Okay. So brace yourself for the arrival of amazing gifts that you've been longing for. That's good health. That's material and spiritual success coming your way. Maybe even better relationships. And if these desires have been delayed, as I saw from that Ten of Swords, know that their realization at this time will bring even greater satisfaction because you've been through it. Okay. So, when you're making a precise wish after going through this, going through that Ten of Swords kind of challenge, reverse challenge, be very precise in your wording. Okay, keep an open mind of what you want to manifest, because it can come about in unexpected or surprising ways. So the true impact on your life might not immediately be evident. Okay, because there is some inner work that needs to be done, Dora, but you'll discover in due time and you will rejoice in it. So embrace the good fortune that's going to come to you in the future. It's going to be a blessed respite, and it's going to bring you some satisfaction, some joy, especially during and after these challenging times that you've been through, and enjoy the fulfillment of your wish. And with that, I'll let Shari take it, because that was, those were some good cards, honey. So I'll see if you said anything. Seeing anything?
The first thing she sent me was the Ace of Swords upright.
Okay.
So you're looking at new beginnings, the potential for breakthroughs, looking at things with a new perspective, a new way of thinking about things, a new logic to look at ways to think about things. This is saying you have the mental fortitude and clarity to overcome challenges and pursue your goals with confidence. I feel like that's what your mom's trying to get across to you. You have the ability to do what it is you want to do. It's always been there. Now it's time to believe it and to move forward on it. No, pardon me, my throat's been sore. I had to put another lozenge in. Then I pulled the Six of Swords. And this is talking about making transitions, moving forward, and finding comfort in the new things that are coming into your life. You've got a birthday next week. So in a way, that's celebrating newness. You're going to be an age you've never been before. You're moving forward with that. in a way, we celebrate birthdays because we celebrate the fact that we were given this chance to be born, to be here, to do all the things we do. It talks about embrace the change that's happening in your life right now. It's there to look at that baby. It's there to help you move to a more positive area of your life. So trust in that process. Trust in what it is that you're being led towards. Michelle, that baby's too cute. And then I pull for you Archangel Uriel, which is a learning experience. Take the time to review, study, and hone your knowledge before proceeding further. The name Uriel means God's light and is considered the angel of light. He comes to us when it's time for awareness and answers. And so I think now that your mom is also one of your guides, she's calling on the big dogs. Come in and talk to him. Or talk to her, Let's knock some sense into her brains. Uriel is an angel who comes to help us with education, with learning new things, with moving forward. So it's telling you that it's time to take stock of your life. Look around. See what you've got, where you're at. How far have you come in the goals you've set in the past, and set some new goals for your future so you can start working towards those. And that your angels are here to help you learn. They're going to be right there with you. So you've got a lot of heavy hitters that's on your team that's there to say, okay, yeah, we're here. Let's do it. So that's pretty good. I think Mom's letting you know that she pulled out the big dogs for you so that everything goes right. And that's what we mamas do.
I love
and
that.
Your baby is so cute. Oh my God.
Oh, thank you. This is Rosie. So she's our she's our little girl from San Bernardino. We call it San Bernardino because she was running from the wildfires just before COVID. That's how they found her.
Oh my goodness.
Yep. She is a Chihuahua poodle mix. That's when we had her DNA done. She also has some Boston Terrier in there and some Silky. But yeah.
My very first dog was a Boston Terrier.
Oh, yeah. Was he a big ratter?
No, he was a spoiled indoor dog.
Oh, that's what she is too. Yeah.
But he was a full bred Boston Terrier.
Yeah.
So he was a little smaller. And he was terrified of storms. He would go hide when the thunderstorm would come in. So when I was a kid, that's where I learned my fear of storms. I would go hide with the dog. And then it was my husband who taught me to not be afraid of storms because he was fascinated by them. He would go sit down on the porch. Damn hurricane be blowing in. He didn't care. Like, let's go sit on the porch. Watch it come in.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
He used to talk for years. He talked about when we retire, we're going to get us a van and I'll drive and you can operate the camera and we're going to chase tornadoes. I'm like, are you out of your flipping mind? I'm not chasing tornadoes. He's like, no, we're going to chase storms. We're going to do. He was fascinated. He'd watch the Weather Channel like all the time. If it wasn't on baseball, it was on the Weather Channel. But yeah, he was, he wanted to be a storm chaser, bless his heart. I was like, I'm not chasing the damn tornadoes. I'm sorry. I said, you have to talk to your son about that, but not me.
That is so funny. I love it when we get into relationships with people that help us get over ourselves a little bit, so it's, yeah. She's actually really
good. He'd go sit outside for the storm. He'd go sit outside on the porch or, wherever we were living. And I'd be in the house like terrified. He'd be like, baby, come outside with me. Come on. It's okay. And over the years, I got over my fear and learned to love it. I still go sit outside when it
Yeah.
storms.
Oh,
But
thank you, Dora. And we hope that was helpful for you, sweetie. And happy birthday.
absolutely.
Yay, I'm getting a tail in the
Yes.
face.
Yay.
Rosie's happy for you too. Look at that big smile. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to put her down here. Okay, girl. All right. Oh.
Maureen, he could be fun. He could also be a pain in the ass, like you would not believe.
Yeah, how is life? Yeah, I'm glad to see that you're, so.
He's doing better. He's
Okay.
he's getting a little better every day. He's going to try to go into work Friday night and see how that goes. We'll see.
Okay.
A couple of his buddies, musicians that he either does a sound for, or a couple of them that he's played with, they've asked him if they could do like a benefit concert.
Oh, great.
And try to raise money. And he was like, yeah, that'd be fantastic. So that's in the beginning stages. As soon as I know something more set in stone, I will let everybody know.
And in the
Maybe
meantime,
we
if
could
you go
stream it or
to,
something.
and if the
We
meantime, if you
might
go
be
to
able
my,
to stream it, yeah.
do you have it in your community tab, the GoFundMe as well?
Yes, it's in
Yeah.
it's everywhere. It's on
Yep.
my Instagram, my Facebook, my TikTok, my YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And
I've got it on my
community
community tab
tab.
as well. Yeah.
And I've been tagging it in every video I've been in.
Okay.
I've been putting the link in there. So
Okay.
I'm working on trying to make a updated video to put with it, because they said, like update every couple of weeks, and just to keep it fresh. So that's it. I know Mel, Aloha Shirt Mel, last night when we did our show together, he was like, well, everybody that donates, I'm matching their donations, and they were going to just pull it all together and make one big donation. I'm like, Mel, you don't have to do that. He's like, oh, no, we're gonna raise some money. We got a lot of money to raise.
Oh, that's very
I'm like,
sweet.
okay. So yeah, that's very sweet of him. And Linda's had it up on her channel. I think just about everybody's has it on their community tabs. So every little bit just it's overwhelming, the amount of people that have reached out. And it really is. Even my son is like, they don't know me. Why are they, I don't understand. I'm like, they don't need to know you. That's the kind of people they are. They just care.
Well, and he came out of you, and we love you. So
okay, there you go.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, because that's my baby. Yeah.
He is.
Like I told him, you're all I got left. You can't go yet. He's like, Mom, don't say that. I'm like, I'm serious. I'm not joking.
Oh, that's a beautiful photo, Lily Rose. And yeah, she's a Chi poodle. So that's what she is. That's because of the wire coat. And she's going to be, I believe, 19. So she'll be 5 or 6 this year, based on what our vet told us. So not too far from your baby. So thank you for adopting. I love that.
That's great.
All right. Did you want to do a couple of lightning round before we go, or are you good?
Sure, we can.
Okay.
Whatever,
all right.
whatever you want to do.
The audience.
I'm good.
We have Al Solrak. We have Marie Notwani. We have Joyful Jen. We have Esther Monet. We have Rondell Threadgate. And
Rondell sends me the greatest messages on Messenger, little memes or videos and stuff. It cracks me up all the time.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So this is, Rondell. That's great. And then we have Miss Judy. All right. So go ahead and check in. All right. Let's see if anyone's here. Marie is here.
Hi,
wonderful.
Teresa. Hugs to you.
Lots of hugs, Teresa. Thank you, sweetheart. Let's see. And people are sending Lewis hugs as well. So Marie is here.
Thank you, everybody.
So we're looking for Joyful Journey, Esther Monet, Rondell Threadgate, or Judy. Are you here? I'm going to go ahead and do Marie. And if you guys check in, we'll have Shari pull a quick card for you. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and sign out because you have to be here for lightning round. Okay. All right, Miss Marie, I pulled a card for you, and I got that you're going through a bit of an emotional release. We all want to be strong. As humans, we value strength and independence. That's a natural way of being. But we also need the support of our family, our friends, and our tribe. So they're saying in trying so hard to be strong, you're pushing down emotions like fear, anger, betrayal, sadness. That only is going to force them to grow and become stronger. And they're asking you to kind of scoop them out and deal with them a little bit. A lot of the eclipse energy that we're going through from the last eclipses are forcing a lot of us into these shadow realms and work, because that's what helps us vibe up higher when we pass through the physical body, the adjunct. Okay. So if you allow the bubbling up and release that eventually comes to take everybody by surprise, and sometimes it can harm or hurt the feelings of others, and those words can't be taken back. So stop trying to stuff your feelings is what they're saying. Okay, release them. All right. Get into the practice of really voicing your feelings. So this tells me a little bit of throat chakra work might be helpful for you. I'm going to pull a crystal card for you. You can journal, you can create, you can dance. Just acknowledge time for yourself to sit down in introspection with you and write down your feelings. Start dealing with them in a very positive, more therapeutic way. And just find a way you can safely feel your most feared emotions is what they're saying. And whether that's art or journaling or painting or something, that's the way to get it out. Feel them and then let them go, release them. And this is potentially going to bring a lot of deep healing for you. I also recommend maybe writing down a lot of your negative feelings on a piece of paper under the next full moon. And that is going to be on the 21st. It's going to be in Sidereal Capricorn, Uttara Shada Nakshatra. And that could be a really great way for you to release some stuff too. I'm going to see if they have a crystal card for you, because I did get an energy block when I tapped into your energy.
Yeah, that'll be a week from Sunday also.
Yes, there we go. I got aquamarine. So stepping into your divine life purpose. The aquamarine, it connects our ajna with our throat. Okay, that's what I found it does. Trust the signs of your inner guidance, which are leading you to fulfillment. So when you're sitting in meditation and you're doing a lot of this emotional release, possibly an aquamarine or a blue topaz, it can be in rough form, can help you kind of disseminate some of those emotions that you're holding on to that are a little bit more negative. Okay. Your mother's birthday is on the 21st. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. So that's a great way to celebrate mom under that moon. Okay, so it looks like Joyful is here. Would you mind doing a card for Joyful,
Yay.
Shari? Woohoo!
Absolutely.
I'll pull one for you, Esther. I see you.
Okay. I got for you Temperance. So that's all about balance, getting everything in alignment. They're telling you to just take things one step at a time. Learn your balance. Learn to balance all the needs that are around you, everything that's going on that you need to work on. Keep a cool head in times of just when everything kind of goes, and you're sitting there going, oh my God, what am I going to do? Take a deep breath, keep a cool head, stay balanced, and you'll get through it. It's the best way I can think of to describe that feeling is just, just that's what comes to mind. Okay, I have weird guides. What can I say, y'all? They're Native American. They throw things at me that's like, what? I don't get that. So then they fuss at me because I'm not studying up on my native heritage enough. And they can be quite demanding.
So I
but
am
also
blocking.
very sweet.
I'm blocking the person on Facebook right now, guys. So if they're bothering you, that's what's going on. So I'm getting rid of them. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So again, that was lightning round, Marie. So I just gave you the one card, okay? Because otherwise we're going to be here like for another hour. It's already been 2.5. Okay. All right.
Some of us haven't eaten yet. So
I know I have to make dinner. Yeah, and I don't want to make dinner in this heat. I might just have like some fruit or something. All right. So let's see. That was Joyfuls. And let me get to Esther. Okay, Esther, can I have a general reading or any messages for me? Yes. And then we're still looking for Rondell, Judy, and Al. If you're here, go ahead and
Rondell
check
popped in
in.
and said, I'm here.
Oh, good. Okay. You want to do
Rondell's here.
Rondell's next? Okay.
I'll do
Rondell
Rondell.
is, well, I find the funds I need to get the investigation underway is his. And I'll go ahead and do Esther. Can I have a general reading? Okay. Yes, yes, yes. All right. So my shadow deck exploded for you, but I asked them, I had to put it back and I asked them for one card. Okay. So this is the main energy that I'm getting in and around you, but hopefully can help you out a little bit. Okay, Esther? I got that you're taking on the stress of others. This is my burden card. When you take on the stress of others that we love and care for, we see it as the ultimate sacrifice. Shari's got this in spades for her son right now. Okay. We take on others' burdens to save them from more trouble and heartache, especially if they're going through really hard times. Ironically, the way the energy of the universe works makes this a very counterproductive way of operating if we take it too far. Okay. When we take on the burdens of others, we're denying them the ability to learn and to grow from their own lessons. So, when someone is in legitimate need, like they had a heart attack, for instance, we step in, we care for them. But let's say if we have a friend that just keeps coming back again and again and again and again and again and again and again, that's codependency. Okay. So it's a very counterproductive way of doing things. And it can also interfere with divine planning and timing, is what they're saying. So never one to be thwarted. Any lessons that you kind of circumvent will reappear, especially if you're doing the homework of others, and sometimes with more force than they originally intended. The image that they're giving me right now is they're showing me a basketball, and they're asking me to literally swim to the deep end of the pool and try to hold it there. The moment I release that basketball at the bottom of the pool, it's just going to go straight through 6 feet up in the air when it hits the surface because it has been held under pressure for too long. So ask yourself if you are taking on the troubles and lessons that do not belong to you, okay, out of need or a need to be needed. This stems from the fear that you or they are not fundamentally enough. You are. That's not true. We're all created perfect. But your fears and your doubts are keeping you separated from this truth. Okay, so let this perceived separation, they're telling me, let it slide and know that you can feel one with Creator. Once you accept and believe that you are worthy, the tendency to make yourself invaluable to others through help and assistance can go away. So your relationship's going to be based on truth and not based on manipulation or fear. Okay, that's the main energy I got for you. I'll see if I've got a crystal card. Okay, I got Angelite. I got this is spiritual religious community, joining with like-minded people for friendship and increased spiritual growth. And that's what it looks like here. And it's important not to get this one wet is what I learned. So Angelites, okay? I can help you to connect with your third eye and maybe attract people into your life that are giving as well as receiving in the way that you are. If that makes any sense, okay? All right, so Rondell is next.
All right, Rondell.
And then I'll get you Judy, because Judy just checked in.
Yay. Okay. Guess we'll go actually shuffle the deck I planned on using. Oh, Rondell, I pulled for you hope. And it says authentic reclamation. It's time to call back all the lost parts of yourself and give yourself hope in what everything to get an investigation underway. Hope that's telling you to pull in all the pieces, pull in all the parts so that you can follow through and get that ball rolling. You can let the right people know, you can do whatever it is that you need to do to move in that direction. But through it all, you got to have hope that everything's going to turn out right. And that's what we base our time on, is hope that everything goes smoothly.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. And we're sending you lots of love, Rondell. And thank you for making Shari laugh. Okay,
Yeah, I look
Judy.
forward to her little messages I get all the time. So it's like, oh,
Oh,
another
I
good one
think that's
coming.
great. So, Judy, hello, lady. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do a general for you. And if you come in, and then, oh, Rondell says, thank you so much. And you're so welcome, Maureen. That's very
You're
sweet.
welcome.
And Esther, you're not a burden. Okay, that was what the whole card was about. Okay, and just do you and
Absolutely.
kind of work through that and come back and let us know how you're doing. Okay, sweetheart, you're welcome, babe. Yeah, we're here for you. All right, so general for Miss Judy. Okay, I got masculine energy for you, and there's a sun in this card. The sun is a really powerful life force, and without it, nothing on this earth could survive. So this
That's
is,
right.
masculine energy is a doer. It's not a beer like the feminine energy. It's one of action, creating, forcing. In nature, it's balanced out with our divine feminine energy. So when we find ourselves embodying this very masculine, uh, go-getter kind of energy, we find that we're more thinking, logical beings. Okay, it's more mental. If we reside too staunchly, we don't have any room for that opposite feminine energy to come in. Okay, so being able to effortlessly flow from one or to the other is what your guides are helping you with right now. Sometimes our energy can be a little topsy-turvy because we relate to one energy more than we do the other. And that doesn't meet our highest need because both masculine and feminine need to be balanced. It's hard to break out of fear, I find, in this particular one. It's kind of like, if I don't do it, it won't get done. It's kind of that kind of energy. But realize that there are two parts of us that balance this out. There's the feminine and there's the masculine. And it develops its own energetic balance over time. It's a perfect combination of yin and yang type of energy. So they're basically saying that there is a void in one area, and the imbalance is, they're trying to unconsciously help you balance it out a little bit, if that makes any sense. So being aware of this is the perfect first step. And this also signifies that there could be an important man or masculine energy in your life that can help you step into this more masculine energy. So, I thought, I didn't think that was quite enough. And so I pulled one other card that came out for you, and I got it literally, I got perception, and look, there's a yin and yang on this. So this is like your guides literally doubling down. There's a slight shift in your perception that's needed, because they're striving to maintain some kind of balance within you, because that's what the way that natural world works. Okay, it's only our perception that labels us to think otherwise. Okay, so is there a
Yeah.
situation in your life that you're viewing from a very rigid perspective? Are you sure? Are you certain that you're not the center of some of the drama that's around you right now? Maybe cultivating the ability to kind of step out of this drama and see the issue from a very different point of view will shift your judgment off of this person or situation from intolerable to simply, it is what it is. Okay. And it won't remain for long if you kind of choose to let this go a little bit. Okay. Letting go of the tether that holds you to a certain viewpoint is going to free up this situation in a natural way, and you can get back into being more balanced with that feminine and masculine energy that I'm picking up on. Okay,
Cool.
that's the main stuff that I got, and so I hope that was helpful, sweetie. And we'll see if Al checked in.
I
All
haven't
right,
seen.
all right. So, all right, we'll go ahead and log off. And Sherman, I did see you come in. We are closing questions because we've been here for it's 2 hours and 42 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and log off, but please join
We're
us
both hungry and need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, we do. So please join us. I'm here every single Wednesday at 4:00.
Be blunt,
Yeah, definitely. I plan on having Shari on again because she's fantastic. So yeah, definitely.
And I'm going to get
subscribe.
her over in the swamp some more. So,
Yes.
I got Thomas from Tarot Your Way coming on Friday afternoon, and Helen and Nate are supposed to come Saturday morning, and then Night Owl Saturday night. So we'll see what happens.
And thank you for sticking around in the audience with us. And all of Shari's links are in the
Absolutely.
description. So please go ahead and send her some love there. And I just want to thank you for spending all of this time with us. It is always a pleasure to read with you, Shari. I
I
adore your
enjoy it. I
energy.
love reading with you. So, you know,
Yeah.
you make me feel good. You make me feel balanced.
Oh, good, good. That's awesome. I feel balanced around you too. That's what makes it great. So, so
Good
I'm just
deal.
going to send you all lots of love during the week, and thank you all so much for being with us. Let me get rid of this banner here. Yeah, so just thank you so much. And I'm here. I'm actually have the Boomer Mill tomorrow with my husband. That's on at 5 o'clock.
Oh,
If you guys want
cool.
to catch that. So that's on at 5
What
o'clock
time?
tomorrow, and it's at 5
5
o'clock. Yeah, that's Pacific. So that would be
So it's 7 my time.
yes,
Perfect.
yes. All right. So definitely check that. And thank you so much for joining us. And we're sending you lots of love. Thank you. Thank you. Love you guys.
Big heart.